Where there's a whip, there's a way. Where there's a whip, there's a way. Hello everyone, how's it going? Hey there. Hey there, Moldo, welcome. As you can tell, I'm doing just fine. Undoubtedly, beyond the shadow of a doubt. Anyways, hi. How's it going? Fuck. Hi there, Tiberius. How's it going? Joder. Here's a good. Okay, I'm back and alive. Totally alive. Hi. Yeah, what up? How's the weekend? Don't mind me, I'm just waiting to see if the tea is fucking cold enough to drink, so it soothes my pained throat until I can get a hold of lean. Until then, we suffer. Such is life. Oh shit. Anyway, introduction over. I am so good at this shit. Let us go. Enjoy the really animes 90 anime game. 90s anime game. I cannot speak either. Now we're debating to not stream, but, and it's a big but, I really want to keep playing the Gundog and see what the Gundog gets up to. So through the fire and flames, through my pain and my cough, we carry on, we endure, and I scratch my nose. Anyways, we already talked with our GF. Alright, very important. We need to go get that fucker court martial. We need to talk to the captain. Yes, Lieutenant, I'm gonna help you. So you know what you wanted to ask the captain, but in the moment you find the words catch in your throat and you're suddenly unsure of yourself, it's a lot of questions and not a lot of time. There's no doubt some of these questions are more dangerous than others. I have a mission to prepare and you need to be boarding that armor frame with ensign crew soon. You don't have something to say so get you so quickly. I don't have a lot of time to complete this mission plan, so I can talk with you for long. Using the captain's third response, you decide you should focus on one of the things that's most important to you right now. Ah, shit! I cannot talk about the fucking seditious talk from Vanessa. Why sensing Cruz here? Actually, you know what? I think I'll use... If I cannot talk about her, I'll rather go with my original plan of talking with... Actually, what are my tasks? Head to the hangar when ready to depart. I am going to depart on space. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Let's start with the doctor instead. Then Connor, is there something I can help you with? Oh, sorry, doctor. I didn't realize you were still here. Not currently need anywhere else, Lieutenant. Yeah, of course. Just look here as soon as you have a medical requirement. Oh no, we just going. Very good, Lieutenant. Okay. I guess we can trace the moisture volume a bit. Let's check who's in the mess hall. Why not? You're over the mess hall, you stop the dog inside. Everything seems to be pretty much normal. From the lazy spinning of the extractor fan to the food vendor cycling through maintenance to an option. They were on fishermen from Juice Harrow. You watch them as they idly through the contents of their cup of coffee or taking a sip. They've noticed you, they're letting on, but from the looks of it, they seem deep in thought. You don't particularly have anything you want to ask them, but then again, you decide it might be good to check in before you head out. No, it wouldn't. I'm here for Choco. But I know I could appreciate this. You with a silent voice. This will begin here for, fellas. Back to... where the fuck is Sickbay? Talk to Cassandra. Hey, what are you still doing here? Don't you have a daring rescue to pull off? I just thought I'd check in one last time before I left. Make sure you're really okay. Ah, you sweetie. I'm fine, really, totally fine. Not fine. I'm currently under supervision to assess the extent of fun potential causes of any ailment that I may be suffering from. And my condition is currently stable and does not appear to be life-threatening. She succeeded. My nose itchy. Hold up a second. No, I forgot. Oh, that could speed up my recovery. Oh yeah, what? It's nothing actually, don't worry about it. No, come on, tell me. No, really, it's fine, don't worry about it. Come on, no, stop itching. Focus on getting ready for your mission. I cannot give it to her. Oh well. I think the doctor would impress if I joined her. Well, maybe the doctor shouldn't be such a stickler. Let's ask about the Lorena mission. Doesn't make sense. Yes, Lieutenant, can I help you? I don't think anyone can. Imagine twitching or sends a notice, so you should check it out now. Oh, that sucks. I mean, on the upside, they always stream at the same time, so... on same days. So it shouldn't be that bad. But yeah, I don't know why Twitch is like, no notification for you. Did I? Yes, Lieutenant, can I help you? But anyways, hi, Mother, how's it going? Do you know you wanted to ask the captain, but the moment you find the wolves catching your stuff, we are really read that. I don't know some of these questions more than yours than others. I have a mission to prepare and you need to be boarding that armor frame within St. Cruz soon. This is so quickly. I haven't enough time to complete this mission plan, so I can talk with you for long. The Spanish word of the day is gonna be taza, which means mac, written with a theta. I'm not slipped up. I'm not slipped away. You're saying that you slipped up or that you didn't? I'm very confused. Like, is that a no or a no? Or now? Shit, I cannot speak. Your sleeping is important, didn't? Oh. Well, that's not good. And then again, I am operating on like 4 hours of really low quality sleep. But at least they didn't.
My forefathers shed blood many times over for our people, but never against such a foul enemy. These Britons wallow in filth and practice bloody rites that would shock even a Carthaginian. They deserve death!
I'm just responding, I should focus on one thing that's most important to you right now. Or the Reno mission. Thank you, it was so true. I know, right? He's always so right. When I am feeling weak, I ask him for his wisdom. Usually he's like, but sometimes he shares pearls of wisdom like that one. You haven't given this thought as much attention as some of the other matters that have felt more pressing, but with Case in the sick bay, the thought of the Gandok remaining in what could be extremely dangerous territory doesn't sit well with you. Regarding our Reno mission, based on current events, once we secure O'Brien, what will our plan be? Well, Lieutenant Gandok's task was to provide backup or support as necessary, so what happens to that plan lastly depends what's happening on board O'Brien. I think they're all fucking dead. If the crew are as resourceful as you and are alive and well, our task will be to get the O'Brien operational again. From there, we'll do our best to identify the source of whatever happened on our SCF HQ. Of course, if those on board O'Brien weren't as fortunate as we were, and the threat posed to a single Swift class would be deemed too great and we'd make a report while sailing back to more secure territory. Meaning that if everyone on the O'Brien is dead, then our mission is already over. What do you ask, Lieutenant? Stomach sinks as a conversation hits you. Once again, the outcome you find yourself hoping for the most is the one where you're kept away from the action by a turn of fate. You know, maybe we do deserve the like coward title. Maybe we do. But for that to happen, it needs to be like last time. When they denied me my chance of dying in the trenches, very sad. Then you almost nauseated at the fact you trade the well-being of everyone on board the O'Brien for both yours and Casey's safety. In fairness, if they cannot figure it out on their own, maybe they don't deserve to leave. Have you thought about that? If we manage, they can too, they have the same tools. Despite that, you can stop yourself from having that thought. Lieutenant Quijano? No particular reason, ma'am. You're looking to plan ahead. Very good, Lieutenant. If you wouldn't mind, I've got a mission plan I need to complete. Of course, ma'am, thank you. With that, you step away from the captain for giving input information to the control panel. I think we are out of time. Where are we? The section is the various sounds coming from the non-functioning machinery, the thrum of moving parts, buzz of electrical systems, the repeated pulse of various cooling systems. There is an appreciation for the activity taking place all around you. Wonder if this is how the chief feels. Wait, on that subject. Hey Chief, are you around? You come out, doing your best to shout over the noise. Chief? But at the moment there's no response, so you can see her anywhere. Must be in the engine room. What's the... hold up, no. I like to use the use. Oh, central computer. Finish of 1 second stood outside the door to the central computer. This time, though, the sounds of the engineering department have returned and the door is illuminated by an overhead light. The darkness has been shrouded last time. Take a moment to stop and wonder what had happened when the computer had rebooted. It certainly hadn't seemed normal. Maybe that's the chief when you both had the time, but for now you have a mission to be getting on with. Move from the engineering section to one of the engine rooms. The first thing that strikes you is that the huge turbine-like machinery that fills the majority of the area is now still. You got so used to their constant motion and regular thrum that after your first few security reviews you stopped noticing it. When it was absent, the stillness of such a huge space made you uneasy. Fuck. The saving grace was that with the cavernous structure of the engine room no longer filled with the sound of the engines, you could hear the chief's analytical monologue echoing across the expanse. You don't have to do much more than follow it to its source to find her. Yeah, but I had a better idea. Actually, no. Pretty sure I can still talk with him, regardless. So that's detectors 1 through 7 calibrated against the background gamma and signaling baseline. Now if I can... Hey Chief, has it no back blockages in the coolant flow, no warping exterior heat sinks either. Chief! Oh, you, Lieutenant Quijano, you have a mission to be getting ready for. Yeah, but I thought I'd check in on how you were doing before I had to leave. Oh, well, everything's as fine as it can be down here. The loss of power didn't do any damage as all the failsafes for a hard shutdown kicked in, so because of... Not the ship, Chief, I wanted to check in on you. Fine, Lieutenant, you need to get these engines back online. More tea. To satiate the in your throat. I would have had them online already if Lieutenant Lord didn't have me waste all that time finding the O'Brien. So I told her that we could find them using the infrared targeting sensors. She should have left it up to Gunner Days and let me get on with things. Would have got back to figure out what's causing the problems with the long-range communication system by now. Maybe even... Something else I wanted to ask, Chief. What was happening with you and Lieutenant Lord on the bridge? See what she can get like, but I don't think she'd be at that way in front of the captain. Alright, Lieutenant, you know what? I've seen what you'll do for the ship and the cruise in my book. That makes you alright. Oh, hell yeah. We got your approval. Yay. Want to let you in on a secret in case you hadn't figured it out already. The only reason any of us are on this ship is because the JCF don't know what to do with us. Not enough to dismiss or court-martial, but too much of a liability to do anything important. Yeah, I already realized that. I am in it after all. Holy shit, I need more. And I know that includes me. As a union woman, I've batted heads with enough of the brass that they've used every trick in the book to get me out of the way and onto my last warning. So when Lieutenant Lord realized how pissed the captain would be that the engines hadn't been reactivated, she threatened to pin this whole mess on me. That she'd report the decision to the engine's activation as mine if I didn't back up her story. Whole thing makes me sick. Some of us actually have important work to do and don't have time to be playing games with the crew to worm their way to the top. Much as I hate going on with it, I'm stuck for the time being. Jeez, I don't know if I could be so. Don't worry about me, Lieutenant, I'm a big girl. Yeah, that she is. I can look after myself. TV school years, but she scares me. She appears from nowhere. Someone that big appearing from nowhere is a real threat. I've figured out some way to deal with her. You just worry about getting back from the O'Brien safely, okay? Thanks, Chief. I'll mention it. And one thing, Lieutenant. Yes, Chief? Don't interrupt me when I'm clearly in the middle of something extremely important. Yes, Chief. Now get out of here. Yes, Chief. Can she take me to the mess? Yes. I'm not sure I've ever... No, I did see her outside of engineering and hangar once in the bridge. Other than that, I'm not sure I've seen her anywhere else. I don't know to the mess hall. Haru is lame. Let's check on the nerdoid. First of all, let's open your mouth with the familiar sound of tiny... Why is it with two ends? Music playing from dinosaur-sized headphones. You know that the gunner is at his station. Even now, not all the illuminated screens and flashing readouts. It appears that everything here is back up and running as normal. Well, there's so much information on display, you have no idea if that's a correct assessment. Leaning slightly to catch a glimpse of Dylan, you can see that he's currently zoned out in appreciation of the track he's listening to, oblivious to your presence. Dylan has recently had his personal sanction intruded upon by both Lieutenant Lord and the Chief. It feels cruel to disturb him, but your years of being a security officer kick in, and you find it hard to resist the urge to check in. I mean, make a mess of me. I mean, help me clean this mess. I see. So that's maybe style. Interesting. This information can be used. Yeah, fuck it, let's go to the hangar. Or knock off that, please. Oh, here's the cold is really getting to me now. Like, it's really fucking my throat, because I need to wake up early, and when I go take the tram, it's usually freezing or below freezing. And I don't handle that well. I was made for Mediterranean temperatures to operate in, ideally, not this frozen wasteland. Hey, Dylan? Warrant Officer Dees. I keep forgetting that's his surname. Dylan! Yes, latest report, no update on the... Oh, hey, Lieutenant, sorry about that. I saw the Chief and Lieutenant Lord crammed in here with me shouting at each other about finding the O'Brien. Lord wouldn't even let me perform the search with my head on against regulations. Like, it makes a difference to what I can see. Sign up for that kind of stress. Anyway, what's up? Oh, nothing much, I just thought I'd check in on you, see how you were doing after everything. You know me, Lieutenant. As long as I get to listen to my music, it's all good. And like, as long as Lieutenant Lord never comes in here again, I guess. What about you, man? I heard that we've got you to thank for getting the gun back on her feet, you know, right? Yeah, I guess so. I've been too busy with running a sweep of the ship to stop and think about it, really. When we need to do the spacewalk and all, rather You than me, Lieutenant. Closest I want to get to space is seeing it through these monitors. Yeah. Anyway, if it's okay with you, Lieutenant, I'm supposed to be keeping an eye on the O'Brien, and I was right in the middle of a gnarly Trish and the Replicant song. May I forget back to it? No problem. Take it easy, Northeast. Thanks, ma'am. See, he's cool. Now it's time for the pick the hangar. The warging weather fang, how's it going? As the ship's gravity disappears, you slowly float down the final few steps leading to the hangar. Once you're almost weightless feet connect with the steel flooring of the catwalk, you kick off. Feet on towards the guardrail, grabbing it before you float past and bringing yourself to a stop. Could be the typical sights of the hangar, but for the first time since you boarded the gun dock, its expanse is filled with noise and motion rather than the usual near silence and stillness. See Dalton floating from one segment of the furthest armor frame to another, clearly in the process of carrying out its pre-flight checks. She arrives at each new part he opens an access panel, checks the hidden machinery and mechanisms underneath, and then slams the panel closed, occasionally stopping to take one tool or another from his belt to apply adjustments to the frame's inner workings. Alongside the erratic slamming of panels and whirring of electronic tools coming from Dalton, you also hear the back and forth of bickering between Hansen and Vanessa. Oh my fucking what can we? I would side with Hansen if it means killing Vanessa. Just Hansen, donning his flysuit, snaps at the lieutenant and kicks off into the empty space of the hangar, surely followed by Vanessa, who does not let up on what she's trying to discuss. I cannot stand Hansen, right? You stand. However, I will team up with him just to take on Vanessa, because I hate her even more. Then you're watching, see that it's almost the schedule time to the part and start the mission. No use putting it off anymore, I guess. Start with Hansen. Then when I continue an argument to please your presence, you maintain your grip on the guardrail. It's almost time for the mission, so you could get ready to part, but if you got anything you wanted to do before you left, now would be the time. Is there anything you need to do to refresh it all? Was there? I hardly talk with... Nah, I don't think so. Now if you're alone and glance back at your watch, it's getting close to mission start time, but you still got long enough to catch on some last minute business. Let's talk with Dalton. You must turn around attention on the squabbling Hansen and Vanessa. You wait until Dalton tours your way and then wave at him, gesturing for him to come over to you once you've got his attention. Hey Dalton, how are the preparations going? No, Lieutenant. Preparations are at ease, Cadet. Yes, ma'am. Sorry, ma'am. Don't worry about it. Everything alright, though. I mean, everything's fine, thanks. It's just that this is... This is the first time I've actually had to prepare an armor frame for a real mission. Every other time has been for a drill or a test or something. What the fuck? Hey, Dirty, how's it going? I am drinking you right now. I don't want to screw it up. Hey, take it easy, Cadet. I'm sure you've done a good job. But if I've done something wrong, then you and Ensign Cruz would... Slow down a second, Dalton. Sorry, ma'am. No problem, Cadet. Take it easy. Now who's dying? Can go die elsewhere. Plague patient. Or better, think of quitting my job because my eyes are dumb as how are you? Well, I'm still thinking of quitting my job, but I'm already quitting it in March. At least today it wasn't completely horrible. So I'm in a much better mood even if my legs are killing me. I am sleep deprived, my throat is completely shot. And I still have all the other problems as always, but you know, that's neither here nor there. Tell me, have you ever screwed up any of your armor frame drills before? Well, no. Or any tests? No, I guess not. So why would you think you've done something wrong this time? I mean... Sorry, I guess I was just getting a bit nervous. It's alright, I will get a bit nervous the first time we have to do something for real. Considering how hard you work and what the chief puts you through, so I'm sure you got it all done up to her standards. She was streaming with a bad throat, yes. I'll tell you why. I really need to see what goes on in the gun dock, or I won't sleep tonight. Don't worry, I'm fine. Thanks, ma'am. Although she always makes me double check the actuators. What? If you have forgotten the actuators? Ah! If I can find 100% exactly, see? See, you get it. Plus, streaming does help me uplift my mood, and you know, I could always use a little pick-me-up. Okay, just talk to Hansen. I don't want to talk to Vanessa. She's a bitch. Depart. The process of the commission makes your stomach drop. You take a deep breath in. Hold it briefly and soul slowly, calming yourself. And up your soul, you kick over to the storage lockers near the hangar entrance and remove a flight suit from one, pulling it on over your normal uniform. It had taken you much longer to get the suit on earlier, but thanks to that welcome refresher, you now slide it on relatively effortlessly. After closing the clasps of the last of the suit seals, you take the helmet from the locker and tuck it under your arm, turning back to face the main hangar. Hands and Vanessa's bickering doesn't seem like it will end anytime soon, so with a weird exhalation you float forward, vault over the guardrail and kick off it, sending yourself toward Hansen's armor frame. Choosing to talk to Hansen or Vanessa, they will have to navigate. Look, as I've said, also Duke, if the choice is between siding with Hansen to get over Vanessa, I am siding with Hansen. I will make a deal with the devil if it means destroying the great Satan, known as Vanessa. Lieutenant Quijano, reporting for duty. And slowly as you grab onto the shoulder of the armor frame. So I don't know what she was saying to Hansen. Vanessa turns to face you. She then pushes off the hangar ceiling and hits towards you. No one went into a rift to begin her lecture. What time you arrive, Lieutenant? You're due to depart in a few minutes. What exactly do you think you're doing turning up this close to the mission start time? I remind you that I'm responsible for overseeing this assignment, so I won't have your lack of timekeeping impacting the outcome now. If pushing much further into her trade, Vanessa is cut off by Hansen, who floats in between the two of you into the open cockpit of the Juno. Ensign Cruz, ready for departure. Did we have a common enemy? That's what matters. That's what unites people. Shared hatred. Stays lazily before disappearing into the armor frame, taking Vanessa's attention away from you and back towards him. How are you still an ensign, you fucking loser? And don't forget, ensign, I'm counting on you. Chuckles into the cockpit. Hansen answers, you don't hear it. Well then, Lieutenant, have you got everything you need for the mission? So you carrying a PST or a guide from the chief on removing the Orion's black box, didn't you? Hey, Lieutenant! The chief's loud call comes from the hangar entrance and you see her heading towards you with a large white object under her one arm and a manila folder in her hand. She comes in clutch to save her. Can I fix Vanessa? There is a way to fix her. Bullet to the temple. I'm right through aching crazy still. I'm actually good for once, if not TP. Manila form spelling is inconsistent. Oh yeah, it is inconsistent. Why fix her when she is perfect? She needs... Okay, we're talking about Vanessa, not the chief. The chief is a different... Like, the chief simply scares me, but I like her. Vanessa needs to be executed. We are not talking about the chief. What is when she's perfect? No, Vanessa is anything but perfect. She's the worst. No folder in her hand. You're coming across, she launches the object at you, although you manage to grab it with your free hand. Its momentum pushes you back into the armor frame and you hit it with more force than you'd expected. Takes you a sec. Are you just too close to my actual clumsiness I don't like it. We kinda do, but like, meh. Takes you a second to recover, but once you do, you realize that the chief just pitched a briefcase-sized portable computer at you, the PST. You got a portable sub-terminal. And you're able to find his handle and get a grip on it. The chief arrives at the Juno and holds onto the machine. Had to grab the one you'd left in the engineering and carry it out, but these devices got pretty thirsty, so it took a while. Yeah, she's the great Satan. She's the one we need to court Martian, and I will do anything, and I mean anything, to be in the firing squad at her execution. Chief Ramirez said, I've been servant to the space years for realsies. And here's the instructions for removing a black box. The Bryans are swift like the Gandalf, so there shouldn't be any difference in procedure as long as you follow this to the letter. Ahem. Knowing Vanessa, the chief proffers a manila folder containing a few sheets of paper. Hell yeah, always ignore Vanessa. That's probably what angers her the most, not getting the attention given. But in your hold on your helmet, the PST and your grip on the armor frame, you just about managed to take the folder from her. You the black box guy. Now back to Vanessa, who hovers behind you, an increasingly deep scowl forming on her face. I am the chief of security, and she has talked seditiously. I should be given the option to use court-martial right here and now. Or better yet, you shoot her. Why bother with courts and trials and gathering evidence? Just go to the armory, take a 9mm and BAM! Between the eyes. Problem solved. This is how you solve a problem like Vanessa. But you had the opportunity to acknowledge the lieutenant. The chief lays a hand heavily on your shoulder, returning your attention to her, almost making you drop the folder. Forget lieutenant, the PST needs access verification to open doors. Your ID won't work on the O'Brien because you've not been assigned to it. You need to use the ID of one of the O'Brien, screw to it, anything working. Alright, thanks for the heads up, Chief. If that's the case, do you mind hanging on to this until I get back? Sure thing, Lieutenant. What engines to be activating? I've already queued up the startup reaction, so now I'll... Chief Engineer Cathays! I need more tea. Right, we've all got things to be getting on with. Good luck out there, Lieutenant. When a pat on your shoulder, the chief launches herself off the armor frame and back towards the hangar entrance. Chief Engineer Cathays! Vanessa yells while using you to pull herself forwards, her lower lip covering with anger as she watches the chief pass over the guardrail and towards the stairwell leading out of the hangar. God, I hate her so much. Game, please let me kill her. Although she remains silent, you can see the rich breathing of Vanessa, her slight frame seeming as if it could explode at any second. Subtly as possible, you attempt to make your way to the Juno's cockpit without attracting her attention. You already know that Dalton has disappeared from view, and you hope to achieve the same thing before the lieutenant can make her scorn at you. Fortunately, no rest for the wicked. You lower yourself into Juno's cockpit. The casing of the PST strikes the armor frame surface, with a loud clang that reverberates throughout the empty space of the hangar. Going somewhere, Lieutenant? Yes, to do my mission, you absolute walking, talking piece of shit. Back away slowly. Susan glares at you, waiting for your response. You meet her gaze and keep your eyes firmly locked on hers. If answering, you slowly and silently continue your way to the cockpit. This is the funniest way. To the cockpit entrance. Once there, you turn and duck inside, quickly pulling the lever that closes the hatch behind you. Don't you like normal, you... The hatch closed behind you, Vanessa's yelling is immediately cut off, and all you can hear is the gentle hum of the frame subsystems. Once inside, your eyes quickly adjust to the low light, with the only source of illumination being the occasional backlit dial or readout. You pause for a moment and grit your teeth. This was the first time in years that you've been inside the cockpit of a normal frame. Maybe a neighbor model, but it was pretty much exactly how you remembered it. Snapping back to the present, you do your best to head off the thoughts that you know will follow your reminiscing by taking a look around the cockpit to see where you would be sitting. The majority of a Juno's cockpit is taken up by the pilot seat, which sits in the center, mounted on a series of shock absorbers. There is space on either side which allows for the addition of a temporary passenger seat to be mounted on the pilots. Sure enough, Dalton has attached this fiction to the right hand side of the seat currently occupied by Hansen. Wait, we're in the same armor suit? Starts the PST and the file the chief gave you at the rear of the cockpit. Once they're out of your hands, you pull on your helmet, fastening your suit's final seals, and then strapping yourself into the passenger seat. I am! As you do up the buckles, you look across at Hansen, who you realize hasn't said a single thing since you entered the cockpit. You've been too preoccupied with getting away from Vanessa to notice, but now that you're actually paying attention to the ensign, you see that his chest is rapidly rising and falling with every breath. On top of that, his hands both grasp the fly sticks, squeeze them tightly and release them, a motion he repeats over and over. I see he also has PTSD. Despite the fact you're looking right at him, he hasn't noticed you. Instead, his focus seems purely on the monitor in front of him. Hey, Ensign Cruz. Are you, okay? It's a slight delay, but a second after your Hansen releases his grip on the flight sticks and turns to face you. The intense expression he just had suddenly replaced by his normal countenance. What? I was just asking if you were okay. Of course I'm okay, what are you talking about? We're not all cowards like you who can't even launch an AF. Take a deep breath in and exhale slowly as you look away. You weren't sure what you've been expecting, but at least Hansen seemed like his normal self. Thankfully, any follow-up from him is cut off by Vanessa's face appearing on the comm screen and her voice on the frame speakers. Can I fucking kill this woman already? I don't care if I get sentenced to the penal battalion. Sacrifices need to be made. Gandalf 1, this is Lieutenant Lord, it's 1630, Jovian Standard and the mission has begun. Please confirm you're ready for launch. Copy that, Lieutenant Lord, this is Ensign Cruise in Gandalf 1, all systems ready for launch, I'm waiting for an authorization. Understood, authority granted, stand by with your transported for takeoff. The unit motors haven't turned on yet, you can tell that the reverberations you feel are coming from it being lowered from the hangar and out of the underside of the ship. Activating all systems. Now. All at once the motors come to life, illuminating you and Hansen with their glow. Gandalf 1 ready. Gandalf 1 releasing restraints. Gandalf 1 launching. Once the armor frame is free of its restraints, Hansen slams the flight sticks to forward in unison, sending the unit hurtling away from the Gandalf and causing it to shake with acceleration. As the As the cockpit shudders, you unconsciously grab onto the straps keeping you in the passenger seat and squeeze them tightly. With the frame continuing to accelerate, you do your best to keep a neutral expression, but despite this, Hansen looks across to you and notices your grim appearance. What's the matter, Lieutenant? Feeling fight sick already? No, I'm fine. You lie. Sure, you sit back and watch our real pilot handles an AF. You thought Hansen can launch at maximum thrust. He somehow manages to find an extra boost of acceleration, causing the cockpit to shake further, but nothing to help the nausea you feel. If you throw up, ma'am, your helmet stays on. Eventually, Hansen is up on acceleration and the juddering stops. Although you're still slightly nauseous, you slowly begin to feel less like the little food you've had time for today will be reappearing inside your helmet. Neither rate or how's it going? As the unit continues to cruise forwards, you and Hansen both sit in the near silence of the cockpit. With no real indication of distance between you and the O'Brien or the speed you're traveling, it's difficult for you to keep track of time and the journey drags on. Not for you to be exact, but it feels like at least half an hour has passed with neither of you saying anything. Eventually, the oppressive silence coupled with your increasingly desperate desire for a distraction forces you to think about something you never thought you'd do. Willingly start a conversation with Hansen. Can clean up your helmet if you're puking it, please. Duke, no. No. I need a newspaper to like, yeah, and bat it at chat. When it misbehaves. Let's go to Gundam. Ask about Haru. Well, we're obviously gonna ask about Haru. What about Haru? How long have you known Haru? What are you asking? Just asking how long you've known Haru. Why, are you into them? What? No, I was only... Oh man, I can't believe you're into Haru. They're gonna love this. I'm not into Haru. Does Queen know? Ensign? Oh man, maybe she does. Maybe that's why you're asking. Damn, no wonder you're asking. I knew you two were both freaks. Just shut up, Ensign Cruise. So, start before training off quickly, Hansen doesn't acknowledge you at all. How long have you been on the Gandalf? Can't give you the briefest flicker of acknowledgement. Doesn't take his eye off my monitor. What? I'm just asking how long you've been stationed on the Gandalf. Why? 10 seconds into this conversation, it's already one you're beginning to regret. I just, thought I'd ask. I've heard people talk about your piloting and... Yeah, well, people can say whatever they like about my piloting. It doesn't make a difference because I've been stuck on this joke of a ship for a year. So someone has been in the shit can for even longer than me. I've only been here a few days. No. No, it matters. The pilot on the JCF is doing nothing but delirious right now, so who cares where I am? Pressing God for the silence hangs in the air within the two of you as you mentally scramble for a response. What are you doing in this ship anyway? How do you screw up? It's easy to fire back that you aren't a screw up like him, but you can't admit that Casey had you transfer put through as a failure without the risk of it getting back to Vanessa. I don't screw anything up, I just got transferred here short notice to fill the role, that's all. Whatever, ma'am. You don't get dumped on the Gandalf unless you've screwed up or are effective, so what was it? Neither. Yeah, sure. Nah. Two of you continue your flight towards the Brian. The quietness of the unit's cockpits adds to the sense of tension you feel within yourself and Hansen. By not engaging with or even acknowledging you can't help but feel a sense of pressure. Hansen's simple presence continues to put you on edge. Oh my goodness gracious, what's reported on an ultra clear graphics remake and it is sexy. I see. My hands are all wet and sweaty. You want a few potential topics for conversation, but can't come up with anything that won't sound weird or forced. Oof. Gott för dammen. Ah, my fucking throat. No, yeah. You know all a few potential topics for one show can come up with anything that won't sound weird or forced. I mean, sure, resign yourself to the fact that the rest of the journey will just have to continue in this way for as long as it takes. You shift in your seat and adjust one of the belts slightly. With a sigh, you make yourself as comfortable as you can, settling into the silence. With no other sounds beyond the almost imperceptible background noise of the cockpit and the Juno's monitors showing nothing but stars, your mind drifts, bouncing from thought to thought. The warmth of the cockpit and the gentle vibrations caused by the shuddering of the Juno's engines cause your thoughts to idle and slow eventually without realizing you begin to drift off to sleep. You're almost completely gone when... Both your hands sit upright and fix your attention on the mind monitor, although there's nothing to see beyond the stars and the visual indicator. You know that this means the O'Brien is close by. We're here. Hansen mutters to himself as he begins to flick switches on the control panel to his side. You watch silently as he works the pedals and flight sticks to reduce the Juno's speed. Gandog, this is Gandog 1, we got target lock on the objective. I repeat, this is Gandog 1 and we got target lock on the objective. Hansen scowls at the mention as it returns nothing but static and indication that it hasn't picked up an incoming signal. Quickly resets the switches on the control panel before activating them again. I repeat, Gandog, this is Gandog 1, we got target lock on the objective, do you read? Piece of junk. His foot strikes the panel underneath the main monitor, causing it to flicker momentarily with nothing to help obtain a signal. With the O'Brien now visible on the screen, you remain silent as Hansen continues to deactivate and reactivate the Juno's transmission system. Gandog, this is Gandog 1, we got target lock on the objective. I repeat, Gandog, this is Gandog 1, we got target lock. God damn it, Lord, what the hell are you? Hello, hello? This time Hansen's fist strikes the main monitor. Thankfully for both of you, the reinforced glass of its screens remains undamaged. You moved far away from Hansen as the restraints of your temporary seat will allow. You always knew he was hot-headed, but that didn't make it decent easier to deal with. Leave him to it. That's what she said. Mama knows they both, right? Yes. They have tea time every other month. Close your arms and look away as Hansen continues to attempt establishing contact with the Gandog. Each time he does this, his efforts are met with the same familiar static. Come on, what's wrong with this piece of crap? Gandog, come in. Ah. It's got a few more minutes, but you do nothing to attempt to offer a solution or solve the problem. In his current mood, you don't feel that Hansen would take any suggestion well. Eventually, he throws himself back in his seat, causing both his and yours to rock. As you steady yourself, he grips the twin flight sticks and increases the flame's thrust. Fine, now we don't know what we're doing. Gandog 1, in case anyone out there can actually hear us, we're approaching the EFS O'Brien. No, it makes a lot of connections, yeah. We're carrying out the visual inspection of O'Brien now. O'Brien now close enough for you to actually make out its final details. Hansen destroys the frame, bringing it to a nearly complete stop. At least relative to the O'Brien, I guess. Deftly adjusting the unit's orientation, he begins to circle the Swift-class ship, and the two of you focus on the monitor. Trying to identify anything out of the ordinary in the O'Brien before you get closer. Wait a second, is that? Point to the O'Brien's main airlock, and Hansen quickly sets a camera to zoom in on it. Wide opens, look at someone tried the same stunt as you. That's not it. I closed the secondary airlock door behind me. Both of those are open, which means the ship must be completely depressurized. Yeah, if this happened when the power was off, none of the emergency bulkheads would have been able to close. Two of you sit in silence, both considering what you've just found out. The same thing had happened to the O'Brien as the Gandog, and someone had opened both airlocks, and what little breathable air was left on the ship would have been sucked out into space. We've still got a mission to do, come on. You're not silently in agreement, as Hansen, apparently sober by that realization, moves the armor frame towards the airlock. It is mediocre, I am your mother. Similarly, the end, you think? If some of the crew were lucky, they may have been able to get their spacesuits on before they ran out of air. They'd be running out of oxygen by now, but... This is Gandog 1, looking for the O'Brien. 9 meters away from the other ship, Hansen brings the Juno to a complete stop, and with a surprising amount of delicacy, has it reach out with one arm, grabbing hold of a protrusion from the ship and anchoring itself. Alright, let's go. And we'll practice this motion. Hansen raises himself from his seat's harness, moves forwards and grabs the lever to open the cockpit's hatch. As soon as you open, you feel the rush of the cockpit's air escaping. Why is it so hard to say cockpit? Meanwhile, Hansen pulls himself out and steps into the airlock. Having a slightly harder time with the straps on your harness, it takes you a few moments longer to release yourself. Once free, you gather up the PST and the instructions the chief has given you before making your own way out of the Juno. Two of you tentatively make your way from the airlock itself through the room beyond. Although nothing is obviously broken or wrong. Oh hey, the spacesuits are still there, that's not good. While you're standing on an alien interior to the one on the gun dock, with open to space and completely uninhabitable, sends a shiver down your spine. You can hear him mouthing something you can hear. When you stand in confusion, has unworldly gestures at you until he looks exasperated. It takes you a moment, but you realize what's going on and reach up to the radio in your chest panel, clicking the switch that activates it. It's about time she would have that out, ma'am. Look at his smug-ass face. Just like when I was denied my chance to die as a conscript. Heisenberg crackles over your helmet speaker, unlike the Juno where the cockpit was pressurized, so you could hear each other. You now find yourself standing in a complete vacuum where no sound can travel. So what's the plan? You turn to survey the empty void of the airlock. First priority given by the captain was assisting the crew of the Orion to get their ship back online, but judging the current state of things, you weren't sure you'd have much luck with that. The plan... Say to yourself more than to Hansen as you go over the current situation in your mind. Slightly, Lieutenant. The plan, right now you got ranks without lords screeching down our comms like the line, this is on you. Unless you're after a trip down memory lane and want to sit in the Juno's cockpit whilst I do everything. Mix of shame and anger swells inside you as you bite your tongue to not snap at Hansen with the first thing that comes to mind. Stow it, Ensign. By the way, he said he wasn't wrong, with nothing coming from the gun dog. You were now the high-ranking officer involved with this mission. Alright, the first priority was to assist the crew. It doesn't look like anyone's going to be in this part of the ship, but we still need to try. Since I've used the PST before, it's going to be easier for me to carry out that search. While I'm doing that, you can start removing the ship's black box. You hold up the manila folder, again with inconsistent spelling, that the chief had given you in the gun dog, and Hansen takes it from you, clumsily flicking through it with his gloved hands. It's on the bridge, huh? How are we going to get up there? Same way it's on the gun dock, come on. Turn and head to the ship, eventually arriving in the central hub. Okay then, Lieutenant, now what? Well, past Hansen to where the maintenance hatch is located, next to the elevator, you take the opportunity to quickly switch your radio off. Tell Hansen exactly what he can do next, then switch it back on. What's the next ensign is this? I assume she said like, you can go fuck your mother. Now I further down the seam between the panel and the wall, and quickly find the hatch. The catch, unlike the one on the bridge, you're able to feed your suit fingers into this one and you quickly release it. As the hatch comes away in your hands, you wait to feel the sensation of air rushing out of the crowway. Unfortunately, you feel nothing, confirming one of the fears you had about the ship and her crew. Placing the hatch down, you turn to Hansen, saying nothing about your discovery and instead gesturing to the ladder. At the top of this ladder, you'll find another panel like this one that leads into the bridge. To release it, all you need to do is push on the catch from the inside. Think you can handle that? What do you think, Lieutenant? You're not dealing with some dumb security officer here or anything? Let a pilot show you how it's done. Swear to God, if you fail at opening it on first try, I'm gonna laugh at you until you die. Our current anti-Vanessa Alliance or not. With a shower that's only excited by the bulk of his suit, Hansen strides past you, steps into the access tunnel and heads up the ladder. Take the opportunity to turn your radio off again and tell him what you really think about pilots. Once you're done, you switch it back on in case he sends any transmissions. Now you've set him to work, it's up to you to try and find any survivors of the Brian's crew and use their help to get the ship back online. Around the empty central hub, the same silence that previously filled the gun dog now filling your helmet. For a moment of contemplation, you head towards the first place you think it may be fruitful to explore. The captain's, I guess. Or the mess hall, maybe someone died there. Or the sick bay? Well, shit. What's around? My electric fan looks manted. Oh, that's not good. You can then go and grab a rung on the ladder. Stepping forward, you place your feet onto another rung that you can barely see, and then instead of following Hansen up, you start moving downwards. Then the crawlway eventually becomes completely dark, and making sure that you've reached the bottom is when you bring your foot down and you unexpectedly stop at a floor panel. At the bottom of the shaft, you grope around in the darkness, looking for the catch that would release the panel by the elevator into the sick bay. A few minutes of sliding your palms around blindly, your foot's globe catches on something. You investigate with your fingertips to confirm what you're looking for before releasing it. And upon as it falls away and placing it to the side as you step into the sick bay. Well, we'll go to our very first card. Summer Comet 2. You're gonna have to get a new one, or a diesel one. What the fuck happened? Why are they broken? What did these maniacs do? In order to offer to any of you the pressurized the room, you were almost entirely certain you know what to expect. What you find goes beyond that. Humans should comment soon and freezing. I am tired of the cold. None. And set to meet those who enter the sick bay, you see the crumpled form of someone wearing a white coat, much like Dr. Rosarium's. Quickly make your way over to them, but as you do, you stop momentarily as you feel something crunching underneath your boots. Coming inside after surrounded by broken glass, taking stock of the room, you realize that the cabinets are at the far end of the sick bay are all still locked, but the glass panels have been shattered and their contents scattered. Trying to puzzle out what's happened, you turn your attention back to the doctor, kneeling down by them and gently turning them over. He's with a woman who seems to be in her mid-50s, her sandy hair done up in a loose bun, with her strands stuck behind her ears. Just out of the two lenses set into her round wire frame spectacles, one is cracked and the frames sit askew on her face. Although her pale blue eyes are wide open and staring at you, they don't move and she does not blink. Her skin is pallid, matching the cool blue of her eyes, striking red of her lipstick, standing out in a dramatic contrast. Ah, here the cap cracked. Oh, shit. That's not good. Stay holding the doctor for a moment before gently laying her down, and with as much delicacy as you can manage in your back spacesuit, you close your eyes. And you stand up, you exhale deeply. You're almost certain this would be the scenario you'll be facing for most of the ship, since the Central had been depressurized with no safety measures engaged. I'm holding out hope that you'd find crew members alive and well. But the sight of the doctor is home to that hope. As you survey the room, you turn your attention back to the glass underfoot and the shattered frontage of the cabins. What happened here? So the doctor turned to see if there were any clues to what happened to her in the crack of her glass. No, I want to loot her. As you survey her hands on my Dr. Serum, she doesn't wear her stethoscope around her neck or her keycard on a lanyard. Hang on, her keycard. Following the chief's instruction, you need to use a keycard from a member of the Brian's crew. You were going to activate any of those with the PST. It's really resolve, however, what you need to do. We're not finding a concept that will be pleasant. Sorry about this, Doctor. Cutting besides her, you pat the doctor down. Hold up, I need something for the court. There you go. And the thickness of your spacesuit's gloves made the task difficult. You do your best to respect her. Eventually, you reach the doctor's waist and feel a protrusion from her side. From her white coat, you see an internal pocket after a moment spent trying to fit your glove hand inside. You managed to grab a hold of something and pull it out. You got the doctor's keycard. Why is she on the floor? She's fucking dead. After then, I can excuse me without the cap. I wouldn't risk it, but that's just me. Stand up and read the name on the back of the card. Dr. S. Reed de Boer. You unclasp a pouch on the side of your suit, deposit the card, and then close it again. You don't have the clearance to let me access the computer. Maybe let me find someone who does. Thank you for your help, Dr. de Boer. I'm sorry we didn't get her somewhere. And again, who has done this been in for treatment? Head towards the back of the room, touch the cabins, you feel the crunch of glass fragments on their feet. Now, floor is scattered with various boxes and bottles of different medicines. There's something in particular that catches your eye. You then pick up an open packet that you recognize. Nutri-Shake Mix. Huh. Stir the pouch in your hands and look inside. You find it's completely empty on the powder that it should contain. Sitting back on the floor, you look around and realize that whilst all the boxes of medication are still sealed, the packets you can see torn open are all Nutri-Shake packets. Did someone really do all this for Nutri-Shakes? They usually need their protein. There's nothing there right now. No point in making that door. Someone with a broken glass vantage and getting to his handle. Your space is still locked and doesn't budge. At your feet, almost various packets of medication that will have been sealed for the cabin. You can see a shock your Nutri-Shakes packet will turn open. Yeah, I already did. You made your way back in the maintenance crew where you worked your way up into the darkness. The dull starlight from the airlock that illumines the central hub barely illuminating the exit above you. You don't answer you pause as your radio hits into life. Hello, Hansen? I'm Commander Quinn from the AFS Gando. Casey, what are you doing this? We're picking up your signal and have arrived at the rendezvous area. Please tell us with your precise coordinates, over. Casey, what are you? We read you, that's a sweet voice you got there, Gandalf. I'm transmitting coordinates and mission update fast now. It's good to finally. But this is from when. Tell your lad, JFS Brian, this is Lieutenant Commander Quinn from the AFS Gandalf. You pick up your signal and have arrived at the rendezvous area. Please transmit your precise coordinates, over. We read you, that's a sweet voice you got there, Gandalf. I'm transmitting coordinates and mission update fast now. It's good to finally. In case Lieutenant Bashir loops a few times and eventually fading out into static. Let's put the start to details. What will be transmitting that recording? There's some weird shit. Yeah, the cap is there for a very specific and important reason, so the cap will follow if I turn off the fan, that I'm sure of. Yeah, you just... you don't do that. Foresight. Now from the center hub, you slowly make your way into the darkness of the Foresight thoroughfare. Those are fucking fruit fly. You're only able to make out the vague shapes and outlines of the corridor's familiar features. But in darkness, thanks to blaming a swift class like the Gandalf, you're already familiar with its layout and what to expect. Although those help to some degree, the deep shadows that fill each doorway and the pool of darkness that grows deeper towards the far end still gives the corridor a heavy, oppressive atmosphere. And then, the films will have what is called an electric bill. The hell do you mean? Of course we have electric bills. I told you to not use the fucking fan. Not to not turn it off, to not turn it on. I wasn't able to make out the door that leads to fire control, but your expedition to the world for like a step into the unknown. Clean your damn ears. You pause and cast your torch around the passageway. Oh my god, I finally have a flashlight. Put over to head next, you feel gentle vibrations reverberate through your suit. In the vacuum, you can't hear anything that makes noise, but you can feel what seems like a set of footsteps coming up behind you. You're not too dull to Hansen, impressed by the speed at which he's removed the black box. Are you not ready, Hansen? Are you expecting to see inside? There's nothing but emptiness. Hansen? One are two looking around and went so far as to return to the central hub to see if he'd approach you, then double back. Hansen? Isn't a good time to be pulling practical jokes? Where you switch on your radio. Sankaravis, what were you just doing down in the Foresight thoroughfare? Huh? What are you talking about, Lieutenant? Hansen, I just heard you walking around down here. Have you finished retrieving the black box already? You want to get yourself checked out, Lieutenant? I've been up here the entire time. No one cracking up on me, ma'am. Into the gloom and then back towards the central hub one more time, seeing nothing but the unknown and familiar features and the shadows. Must just be some loose component or something. Or maybe the ghost of the O'Brien's crew, ready to drag you away. Get back to the task at hand, Ensign. Roger that, ma'am. Let's go into the hangar. Through the gloom of the first thoroughfare, you're absentmindedly knocking the low gravity warning sign just before the double doors that lead into the ship's hangar. The portals are turning over your feet, you hammer on the doors with your feet. Hopefully the difference in the door hear your signal reciprocating kind. And then suddenly you stop and press your helmet against the door. If there's any noise in there, the vibration should travel through the door and into your helmet. I want you to hear it. I guess no one's in there. Hey, can you hear me in there? Call out, assuming you're hammering on the door when you get no response. Who's in there? We're from the EFS Gandalf. We're here to rescue you. Can you hear me? Definitely someone in there. Still not getting an obvious response. The knowledge that someone is in there fills you with a sense of urgency and you hurriedly set your suits ready to broadcast. Says Lieutenant Piritaki Han of the JFS Gandalf. We're here to provide assistance to any crew on the JFS O'Brien. Huh? I don't know, putting it on one is safe, so... Anyway, this crash and explosion, if I limit it to the lowest setting, then as Frank Sinatra said, that's life. I mean, if you wanna risk it, then be my guest. Just, you know... Don't be surprised when I go, told ya so. More like that's Darwin, or just fix it. Forget a new one. Repeat, this is Lieutenant Piritaki Han of the JFS Gandalf. We're here to provide assistance to the crew on the JFS O'Brien. There's nothing can hear me, but there's a chance the commander's in there, I need to take it. There's a chance that they may not be in a spacesuit yet. If I open these doors now, I risk pulling them out in the vacuum. There's something I missed that could let me get the access codes more safely. It's really tempting to use charge in there and grab them, but shouldn't do if there's no other option. Have you sorted out soon, whoever you are? Then one of my two fans in the apartment. Per my previous email, get other fan. Go to mess hall. The time when the Gandalf and presumably O'Brien had blacked out, you knew there shouldn't have been anyone in the mess hall. Despite this, you also know that it wasn't uncommon for crew members to disappear from stations briefly to grab a quick pick-me-up or treat, especially if their duty was quiet, and especially if that crew member's name was Cassandra Quinn. You go through the routine of hammering on the door, waiting for a response, and continuing to patrol with your face just in case you hadn't been heard the first time. But your worst efforts, you managed to get a response. You exhale slowly as you look at the door to the Brian's fire control. When Dano had his music to keep him occupied, whoever was assigned to this station on Brian probably wasn't so lucky. With this thought in mind, you carry out the process of hammering on the door, pressing your scremotina and giving it another whack, forgetting nothing but silence to return. Few attempts where you hear nothing coming from the room beyond you step back, mentally crossing this room from your list of potential safe havens on board. Okay, I can just use that, that's kinda lame. Let's check the crew quarters. Yeah, I'm on to spend for it. I don't know. Choose to use an unsafe fan. I don't know. You're an adult. It won't be a problem. No, it's on you. Mark Boot, this is where Hansen's room is on the Gundam. I guess they could be one of the armor-screen pilots. Usk's stat, based on where their quarters are, they're probably a pilot like Haru. Roll away, I wonder if they have a junior near replacement like Dalton? I'm in row, the quarters are the same as on the Gundam, this must be the Brian's gunners. The motion checking for science lab, but you don't hear anything back. But another Gundam, no response. The pilot fears against the door, you get nothing back except for a dollar in your wrist. To outside the door above yours. Had you served on the Brian instead of the Gandalf, you can help but feel a bit nauseous. From the edge of the door, the corridor, the thoroughfare, it all forces you to think about how close the Gandalf came to being out here before the Brian. I'ma smack you with a pizza. Now that's so fancy. You don't want to write, I'ma smack you. I don't get Twitch. You push that thought from your mind as close as it was to happening, it didn't. You were here, now, not whoever lived behind the door. You rub your right hand into a fist, you hammer against the door, then place your chroma against it, wait for a response. Then you repeat the process a few more times until eventually you step back, grabbing your gloved hand to try to ease the soreness from pounding on the door. No one's in. Anyway, for this week I'm not using my own money to pay for a fund that costs our lease. 1,000 pesos my weekly allowance is 2.5k. I mean, that's on you to decide. Also, I need to go take a shit, so good back. I'm probably cough my lungs out, that happens. Alright, sorry for taking long, but now I'm back. I need another caramel for the cough. The last one fell while I was in the toilet. Hi. Eat me. Hopefully don't miss me too much. Anyway. I'm going back. Every time you say Peri, I can think of Peripeteia, which is already out of early access. This is where Casey's quarters are on the Gandok. The name players reads Kim Henry, who's with O'Brien's second command. This is where Vanessa's room would be. It says that it belongs to Jules Bashir. That was the Lieutenant Casey was speaking to use before this all started. Jolly Forge. In the location of the room, I wonder if this is where Chief Engineer? Let's read the board, the ship's doctor. Sorry, I couldn't get to you in time, Dr. Boyer. I got nothing but expect for the like in your wrist. Nope. Well, time to use that. And we literally have a fucking thing on her stupid keycard. No, he's not. Captain's quarters. Anyone was the dean of the court and see the same Jovian insignia as the one of Captain Bartholomew's door. But this is a nameplate which proudly presents the O'Brien's captain's full name. Paul-Henri Gerard, whatever, Gerard, I think. And the power down still, yeah, but we have the fucking portable space Commodore 64 for a reason. With monitor included. After the boss keycard in your position, you move forward towards the captain door and lay the PST off to the side. Having saving the PST's battery for when you confirm a surviving member of the clan, you needed it. Chance that the ship's captain wasn't there as well as their card and access codes was too great to ignore and you were willing to use the battery power for it. Now let's go for it. Now I'm setting the terminal linked to the captain's quarters. I mean, they will practice crediting the PST and going through its menus eventually so it can unlock function. And now... Sign of predation, you fasten the pouch on your belt and take out the doctor's keycard. As the security officer of your card has enough authority to access every room short of the central computer and the captain's. I'm entirely sure that a doctor's card will be sufficient. So much of an alternative, you slide Dr. DeWood's card into the slot and hold your breath. Then when you see the door begin to slowly slide open with an exhalation of relief, you stand up. Once the door is open enough to allow you through, you make your way inside. As you'd expected, Captain Gerard's quarters were almost identical to Captain Bartholomew's with a few small differences. Yeah, no bottle of whiskey. Like the lack of any open bottles of liquor. As you walk in, you look around, seeing no imminent sign of the captain. You move over to the bedroom portion of the quarters, only to find an immaculately made bed and the same basic features the one you've seen in the captain's quarters on board the Gandok. Maybe they're not here, there's only one other place they could be. You now pass the desk and stand by the door to the bathroom. You usually know, but after realizing that with no air, no one would be able to hear that you bang on the door and wait for a response. And as for coming, you slide open the door, finding nothing but a pristine bathroom. I guess they're not here then. It's not smarter than the pots that you get in the standard crew quarters. I mean, a lot smarter. It's an actual toilet and a proper shower unit too. Only when you reach Admiral, you get your own bathtub. Well, we're not reaching Admiral, so. The exact same painting as the one in Captain Bartholomew's quarters, probably done from a stencil or something, I guess. Captain's desk is like Captain Bartholomew's got a terminal and what looks like a telephone, probably a hotline to the breach. The only Captain Gerard there's tournament, much more than Captain Bartholomew's though. What could be in those files? On the edge of the desk closest to the door into the quarters, you notice a stack of papers, breached precariously, as if they've been left in a hurry. Based on the same tacked or feed edges you've seen on the papers in Captain Bartholomew's quarters, you could assume they've been printed out on board, meaning they were recent documents. Captain must have left in a rush if he don't lock them away. That or they're nothing important. Well, they're mine now. Here's the for a moment, consider or not you should pick up the files in front of you. Under normal circumstances, when such a thing would result in severe disciplinary action, you reason that these are exactly normal circumstances. And I can explain what had gone on or help O'Brien had to investigate it. You take the file in hand and read the heavy printed text on the front. JFC, Naval Report, JFS O'Brien, Mission Log 132-0804-0214. Oh, hold up, I need to turn on the light. Reading through the report is made difficult by the clumsiness of your spacesuit's clothes, but you manage to quickly skim your way through the file's contents. Scan the pages of general day-to-day ship operations to see if you can find anything out of the ordinary. You work your way through the logs, a few curious entries in amongst the expected information catch your attention. April 8th, PC 214. JFS O'Brien's routine patrol path adjusted to investigate around Higgs field distortion in outer limits of JCF territory. April 19th, PC 214. Investigation revealed significant residual boson distortion inconsistent with standard JCF drive output. JFS Gandok dispatched to support with investigation. April 21st, PC 214. Continuous sweep of the area surrounding distortion fields finds unknown object, not recognized as Jovian, Martian, or Solar Federation. Ensigns Butte and Stead dispatched to retrieve. Object on board. Oh no, they got the alien. At 1927 GST. April 21st, PC 214. Long range communication system remains down. Source not yet identified the chief engineer of the forge. Orion moved to rendezvous point to meet JFS Gandalf for the transfer. April 23rd, PC 214. Rendezvous with JFS Gandalf behind schedule. Chief engineer of the forge investigates unknown object for potential cause of communication failure. Destructive investigation authorized. So then there's similar issues as us around the time they took whatever this unknown object is on board. Unknown object, huh? We have a mouse. A bed, chest of drawers, a bedside table, pretty much all the same thing as Captain Bartolomeo's quarters. You stay there. Get into the bedroom and take the time to look around thoroughly. You hadn't liked doing this in Captain Bartolomeo's quarters, and you don't like doing it anymore here. If you are running from left to right, you check the large chest of drawers before moving on to the bedside table and eventually the area around the bed. Despite a rigorous check of the room, you don't find anything interesting or useful. Just personal effects of the captain that you can help but feel guilty for rifling through. No, I don't think I want to find anything useful here. Wait, no, I didn't use the thing, did I? I don't know, I want to be working, so let's check those drawers. Okay, there's an edge drawer on your way from top to bottom. And surprisingly, they're all locked. But I guess I'm going to get in there. Okay, try that again. No. Back on phone, welcome back. Stiamo facendo durdato, non hanno in questo caso cosa molto flavit quisi. We do our best not to think about how, aside from some lucky coincidence, this could have happened to the Gandok instead of O'Brien. With your first efforts to keep that thought out of your mind, you can't help but dwell on it, seeing what that could have in cases. Who spends their free time on the other side of this door? Is it as much of a mess as Casey's room? How close were the two of you from having this happen to you? There's not the time for that. You remind yourself, saying out loud to throw the thoughts away. With your focus back on the task at hand, you repeat the process you've been using to check for signs of life or activity. Fortunately, you get nothing back. Man, I need to sneeze. May sleep soon. I think I'm feeling the irritability setting. Oh, that's a good idea. Foresight or no? Ah. The odds of someone being in there are slim, but it's worth checking. Glass door is just like the one on the Gandok. Probably takes just as much battery to open too. It's not worth trying to open it with the access codes. To the armor, yes. If you had another closed door, you go through the process of making as much noise as possible and then waiting for a response. There's no answer to your attempt at communication, you get back. Just to find the lack of response, I think that no one should be in there anyway. Nothing in, no, not yet. Starboard. Yeah. I don't remember exactly why it was called starboard. Check the bridge. Now the level of the bridge, you find your progress slow by the bulk of your spacesuit as it catches against various protrusions that stand out from the walls of the shaft. You have to stop multiple times to free yourself from these obstacles to intercept the fine outline of the entrance to the bridge above you. Then remain in distance without the intention to step out from the hatch and onto the bridge. Oh my. There are no signs of depressurization. When you remove the panel in the central hub, as well as what you'd seen in the sick bay, had prepared you for what you knew you were about to see. Now you know what to see, however, don't make it any easier. And the station on the left is the slam fuel of a young man. From his uniform and appearance, you're concerned Lieutenant Bashir. The figure that Casey had been speaking to once before the power went out on the Gandok. And when he appeared on one of the Gandok's view screens, the man you saw now had clearly suffered what looked like either a small explosion or massive electrical shock. When he was his best singed and was completely charred, as was the skin of his hands and face. You grimace at the thought what could have happened as you turn your attention to the captain's chair. There, slouching to the right, was the ship's captain. A rictus smiles on his face, having seemingly suffered a similar fate. Fuck. What had happened to this two looked like something entirely different to what had happened to the doctor in the sick bay. She'd clearly been injured by something or someone. The cause of death for this two looked much more obvious. But the question remained how. Pause for a moment. You almost put your hand down on the headrest of the captain's chair, but you quickly moved it away. Something had electrocuted this two then. Pretty green, right? Eh? You almost fall backwards in surprise and Sanders' voice sounds suddenly from your helmet speakers and he appears from the far side of the bridge, having emerged from underneath the control station on the right. Easy, Lieutenant, it's just me. When never seen what a fried human looks like? Take a deep breath in and exhale, catching the breath that Hansen had just scared out of you. Alright, Cruz, what the hell were you doing hiding underneath there? Following orders, ma'am. Remember the plan? And Leslie waves the folder to place onto him at you. Well, it's like they've been electrocuted based on where they are. Did you check? Listen up, Lieutenant. Power's not on. What's there to check for? Can't help but be amazed at Hansen's cavalier attitude towards the risk of a painful death via electrocution. Alright, how's it in the back box going? No, but I managed to get most of the casing undone, but there's a lot going on in there and this suit doesn't make it easy. What about you? Find anyone? Just draw the captain and Lieutenant Bashir for a moment for looking back at Hansen. Check the sick bay and from the ship's doctor. She's dead too, aside from her. These two are the only crew members I managed to confirm. It's not looking good. Guess that keeps things simple, no survivors. We get this box, then we get out of here. What, you want to hang around here a bit longer? There's a whole crew, Hansen, so might still be alive. Guess you better get looking and find them, huh, Lieutenant? He's up, Lieutenant. I'd say this from experience. If everyone's dead, there's no use wishing they weren't. Not gonna bring them back. But if you're gonna find them, you should get moving. Probably not much are left anywhere in the ship, even if they're lucky. And Hansen walks away from you, heading back to the control stations. He was hidden there when you entered. Oh, we're leaving though, alright, Lieutenant? So the ship you see the station used to control the ship. Like Lieutenant Bashir's station, then only anyone was there when whatever had gone on here happened. As you get underneath it, you hear the occasional mutter and grumble over your radios. He struggles to remove the parts net to allow him to access the brain's black box. Oi. Blah. Yeah, I just thought that what happened to the dudes here. Oh, they died. Boat goes vintage. Yeah, basically. Better just leave him to it. And the station is for surveillance and communications. You know that this is where Lieutenant Bashir would have been when Kate spoke to 3 moments before the blackout. In the rest of the bridge, you would see that every system was offline, nothing more than rows of the screens on plastic and metal. Mindful of not disturbing the lieutenant's body, you examine the area to see if you can tell what would have caused this current condition. No signs of damage, you rule out an explosion or catastrophic malfunction, and you'd assume that he must have somehow received massive electrical shock. It possibly caused something like that. You look at the captain's chair, looking for anything that could tell you what had gone on when you lost contact. So all you see is the stiff body of the ship's captain, slammed to the side, and his hands tightly gripping the armrest. Closer to him, you see signs that whatever had happened to Lieutenant Bashir had also happened to him. Burns cover where his skin rests on the metal of the chair, and the back of his uniform shows scorch marks. Rest in peace, Captain Jalal. Let's loot him. Yes, but I haven't doctored the words keycard. You still need a keycard when there's someone on the bridge crew if you were to have any chance of accessing a computer to reactivate the brain. No better cut to complete than the captain's. Round to the front of the captain's chair, you should, or the shock that must have killed him had left his hands clasping the armrest like talons. His face is gaunt and his eyes open wide, together with how the corners of his mouth had drawn back as far as they would go into a horrendous grin. The whole expression was unnerving, as if he'd been killed by some fatal but hilarious joke. You know what you need to do, and although it's a practical necessity, something about it feels wrong. Sorry about this, Captain Jalal. But the captain will find an indication of his car and his keycard in his pockets. Somehow for a moment, and the thing if there's anywhere he may have left it, your eyes are drawn to the hand tightly clenching the armrest, which also doubles as a control panel. Fact, you remember having seen Captain Bartholomew insert her keycard into the equivalent panel on the gun on occasion to lock certain functions. Being wave of realization hits you think that if the card wasn't on the captain, the control panel is the most likely place it would be. The only issue with that was Captain Jar's death grip was covering the slot for the keycard. With an oath in your stomach, you lay a hand on the captain's. Shiver runs down your spine. You're starting to squeeze your fingers underneath his palm and start pulling when as you look down you notice the gleam of starlight reflecting off a piece of plastic by the captain's foot. A huge sigh of relief, you kneel down and take the card from the floor. Luckily for you, the captain must have dropped it just before he was shocked. OMG, he was killed by the Jonkler, for real, for real. I don't think this is gonna help. Put the car from one hand to another, inspecting the front and the back. You said it appears to have all but melted. Plastic coating is mostly stripped away. What remains is bowed up with the remnants of the magnetic strip flaking off. New interference conditions not getting you anywhere. You sigh as you lay the remains of the car by the captain's hand. If we can find a car with access to the central computer, there's no hope for the Brian. Maybe this asshole has it. The captain's car will from one tomorrow's operations. Captain Kazan and flight beyond his ability by what happened to him, but maybe Lieutenant Bashir's car will be more lucky. You move towards the lieutenant and, doing your best to be as gentle as possible, you pat down his left hand trousers pocket. Feeling nothing through the thick gloves of your spacesuit, you head to the other side of his chair before repeating the same action in his right pocket. This time you feel something. Then on your knees you attempt to remove the content of his pocket, whilst trying not to disturb the body too much. Eventually, but with some difficulty caused by the clumsiness of your spacesuit and your desire not to disturb Bashir's body anymore than you need to, you manage to pull out what feels like it could be his keycard. Well, guess what, fellas, we're fucked. Took the car over a few times. The front of the lieutenant's keycard, but it looks like it's been half melted. And then it's a large out of shape, but the plastic coating is blistered with the magnetic strip on the back almost entirely peeled off. In the first condition.
What it look like I'm made of? Pudding?
Yes. I can't believe your character does look like an RPG character. Yes. Can't believe the surface I'm in ruin. Great, what are you going with me anywhere? Like the captains. Hopefully I can find the second in command, otherwise there'll be nothing we can do for O'Brien. You look towards Hansen, who remains mostly out of sight, him at the back of the workstation. For a few seconds thinking on asking him if he needs any help or asking how things are going with the phones, the likely response you get to this question is right against it. Probably there's to leave him be. Alright, time to open the hangar. With Dr. Dubois' keycard, I'll be able to access the hangar. Although there's a chance that whoever is in there may not be in a spacesuit yet. If I open these doors now, I risk pulling out in the vacuum. There may be something I missed that could let me get access codes more safely. No, there isn't. But just in case. Alright, let's see who's in here. You unlatch the front of the portable subterminal's casing and activate the device. Watch him pensively as it runs through its startup sequence. Once complete, you hurriedly run through all the necessary options as quickly as you can. Doing your best to ensure that you use the least amount of battery power necessary. One last thing. Quickly unfasten the pouch you place the doctor's keycard in, withdraw it and slot it into the device. The same infuriating slowness as all the others, the doors of the hangar are going to move. You waste no time in standing up and working your way through the tight gap before the doors are even a quarter of the way open. Noticing the absence of any signs of depressurization, you continue to force your way through the doors. Soon as you're through, you bolt your way down the stairwell, skipping increasingly more steps at a time as the gravity disappears until you... If all the systems are off, what is making the gravity? Because the ship is not rotating to generate artificial gravity, so it must be having like some fantasy gravity generator or something. What's powering it? Even running past entire sets of steps altogether. Seeing you're ready to broadcast, one hand and grabbing the guardrail in front of you with the other, you call out into the dark void of the hangar. Now, there's no one in here. It's just the Lieutenant Quijano from the AFS Gandalf. We've come to help. Hello? You've been around and starting to see any signs of life. You know that you heard activity in here from the other side of the doors. So where were they? I don't like the look of this. I'm gonna go back to the Gandalf. Ah. 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 Assumption in place, unable to move your legs, unable to speak, as the huge machine that has just pulled itself out of darkness looms over you. It's like anything you've seen before, no ship, shuttle, armor frame, or worker pod that you know of looks the slightest bit like this. Indeed. We're so packed. As well, you have to do something, anything. The thing in front of you remains totally motionless until suddenly something deep inside you tells you that you've only got moments to react to whatever is going on. Fuck. Run. Standing on your paralysis, you spin around, kick off the guardrail, and launch yourself towards the hangar entrance. 10 seconds you're already up the first flight of stairs and beginning to feel the pull of the Brian's gravity when intense light fills the stairwell. Yeah, I'm not one to talk to the Xenos. They're aliens. They are inherently dangerous. If they want to talk, maybe they shouldn't come to abandoned dead fucking ships. That's all I'm saying. Maybe they should set up like a Waffle House in space for people to come. Now, what always happens as the Sultan slides through the floating glow. Stairs left and the wall beyond them, leaving warped metal superheated and glowing on either side of the cat. Seeing more light flooding into the stairwell from beyond the hangar entrance, you turn back around and sprint up the stairs, climbing out of the double doors and into the four-side thoroughfare. Then you stumble into the corridor, you grab your radio. Hansen, get to the Juno right now, we need to leave. Yes, you are for the central hub. Hansen, do you hear me? We need to get off this ship immediately. Hansen! This is not going well. Skim one last time before sprinting on the remainder of the four-side thoroughfare. This is not good news. You part abandon into the central hub, the corridor behind you is illuminated with another intense flash of light. You don't turn around, instead continuing at speed towards the airlock where the Juno had been left. Hansen, I'm here, we need to leave now before the ship starts to pieces. Get off the bridge and get down here. From within, your mind races. You don't just burst to formulate a plan. When you look back at the four-side thoroughfare and see it's covered with huge cuts that run from floor to ceiling, the liquefied metal of the ship's tractor framing their paths. Ah, damn it! You still have shaped in the hangar, kicks in and you turn towards the airlock. Towards the open entrance and the stars you can see in the distance. Head towards the open cockpit of the armor frame, you try and remember the startup sequence that will let you pilot out of here. You want to climb up the Juno's chest, and as you reach the top, look inside to see the pilot's seat empty. Ugh. God damn it, Cruz, where are you? Back towards the entrance of the airlock and seeing no one in the distance, you know you have a choice to make. Ah! Pain frustration, and your fist onto the cockpit height. By the instinct you have screaming at you to run, you know you can't just abandon Hansen, regardless of his personality, he's still a crewmate. Let's fix on the corridor leading into the airlock as you wait for him to appear. Young man receives your radio signals, but he must have seen what was happening to see from the bridge. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Mutters your right leg began to twitch in anticipation. Wait. As the muffin energy tears through the airlock floor and ceiling, you barely react. You made your decision and you're going to wait for Hansen to the last possible second. Cruz, you asshole, you better get yourself into this unit right now, I swear to God I'll... You what, man? The entrance to the room containing the airlock, you see Hansen black box under one arm running at full speed towards you. Here now, it's a shame I won't see what discipline you had planned out for me. Then shut up and get us out of here. Whatever you say, ma'am. In one swift motion, Hansen pulls himself up to the cockpit entrance and disappears inside. As soon as he's in, you enter after him and quickly begin to buckle yourself into the passenger seat. I think we have abandoned the portable terminal bullshit. Oh no, Hansen got inside. Nah, he's fine. See, we waited for him. This further damages the Sundere's mind. Pulls the lever that seals the Juno's cockpit and works his way through the entire startup sequence. And for the main monitor is active, he pulls back on the flight sticks and you feel the rumble of the Juno's engines moving the armor frame away from the ship as the main view screen switches on. Even the O'Brien shrinking into distance. What did you do? One minute I'm pulling out the black box, the next I can see a light show going on outside and some kind of laser beam nearly cuts me in half. I didn't know anything, there was something in the hangar and it went off, it was tearing the whole ship apart from the inside. So you tripped an AF's weapon system or something? But you're nowhere near those things without you causing problems. You're about to continue your protest on Hansen when you see a column of light penetrate the surface of the O'Brien. What the fuck? That's it! It's got to be some sort of prototype or something, I've never seen a weapon like it. Tore through the O'Brien's hull like paper, what the hell kind of weapon is that? No idea, but we need to... Warn the gun dock. Get back to the gun dock right now. What, and leave that thing out here? Whatever the thing is, it just shredded the O'Brien from the inside out with a weapon we've never encountered before. Our cams are out, and if it takes us down and gets the drop on the gun dock, they'll be sunk in seconds. It looks from you to the screen showing the strange craft atop the O'Brien's hull, and after a moment of deliberation towards the unit towards the gun dock and sets off at maximum thrust. You can warn them, maybe Dylan can get it on the long range system, take it down with the cannons before it... Damn it! You grip tightly onto your seat as Hansen struggles to reorientate the armor frame. Something had you struck you hard. Hansen regains control over the Juno. You see the enemy machine disappearing into the distance on the main monitor. I think you slammed into us and took off like nothing happened. What the hell is it? Heading straight to the gun dock! Go now! What do you think I'm doing? Hansen brakes as he barks as if some fraction of thrust, causing your machine to judder and shake. The enemy shrinks into the distance on the Juno's monitor. Hansen doesn't let up on the speed, maintaining the high level of acceleration. The damage you can feel in the cockpit grow more intense the faster the armor frame moves. Even though the straps holding you in place with both hands, you pass your eyes over the readouts on the cockpits, various dials, and some monitors. You saw the mad flashing warnings or alerts with the needles on the majority of the gauges deep in the red. Because if you get this up, the unit is going to fall apart, slow it down. Hansen starts make at your order, scoffing as he somehow finds more acceleration that increases the vibrations to the point that you feel like they'll shake you to pieces any moment now. This is my Juno, Lieutenant, and tell me how to treat her. She's not as delicate as she looks. We're gonna need all she's got to get back to the Gundog before that thing. Because if we get weird dead, yeah, you can bring me up to the captain when that happens. You run and close your eyes, trying to ignore the weeping that started and the high-pitched whine you hear coming from the back of the cockpit. You're aware of every second that passes as the two of you race back to the Gundog, the tension worsened by the near-constant screaming of the warning systems. Can't in control, all you can do is hope that you get back in time before the Gundog can be cut to pieces by the weapon you've seen make short work of the Brian. You start how long you've been pursuing the enemy when suddenly some garble static bursts from the speakers and a shrill and panic voice screeches at you. Repeat, this is Lord of the JFS Gundog. We're under attack by an unknown enemy unit and any JCF ships in range. Please respond, this is Lieutenant. Lord, this is Gundog 1, approaching the Gundog at... Cruz, where have you been? Get back to the ship right now, we're under fire from something. No, his eyes are by Vanessa's demand. Roger that, ma'am. Gundog 1, return now! Checking his head rather than following up with an answer, Hansen quickly flicks a few switches and you see the readouts of some monitors switch to display information about the armor frame's weapon system. Oh, I don't like the look of that. Oh wait, never mind, those are our batteries, I think. First, you turn your attention to the main monitor. In the distance, you can see small lights flickering in and out, running a point in space. The on-screen readouts inform you of the Gundog. With you approaching the ship at speed, you can see that the lights are actually rounds being rapidly fired from the Gundog's point defense system, a collection of rotary cannons mounted on turrets around the ship's exterior. You can tell from their short bursts and erratic shifts in the direction they're firing that the machine you ran into on the Brian is moving both quickly and unpredictably, with automated cannons unable to keep up. So this is Gundog 1, we're back at... Chris, what the hell is this thing? How would I know? Ah, useless. Here Hansen mutters something under his breath, too early for the communication system to pick up. You're destroyed, we've already taken some heavy hits to the porthole. Yeah, I get it, you still these to watch that anti-air. You know, closest in on the Gundog, you watch the trajectory of the... What the fuck is that thing? All the shots being fired from the point defense system, know that they indicate where the enemy machine was, rather than where it is. They're shooting randomly over. They're trying to shoot this fucking thing. Based on the speed at which it's moving, you know that if you're going to have a chance at taking this thing down, you need to figure out a way to get ahead of it. I had to make this observation to Hansen, but you see a deep focus on his face. His eyes tracing the path the enemy moves along as it weaves around the barrage coming from the ship. A sudden flurry of motion on the controls, Hansen adjusts the armor frame's trajectory, sending it soaring uncomfortably close to the Gundog's breach. This then intercept the strange craft as it races up from the far side of the ship. Hold up. Resume the same evasive maneuvers. Amateur. Hansen is angry. I am locked in. I am Crimson 1's whistle. I'm not sure I like it. That's a lot of wasted ammo. That happens. That's how point defense works. You waste a lot of ammo to shoot down one. Hansen yells, slamming down on the pedals, Hansen positions the unit over the top of the enemy, and you hear a heavy click as he pulls the trigger on the right flight stick. Too easy. Yeah, but are we hurting this thing? Oh hell yeah, we got a mech battle. And I don't have to pilot. Sure feels good to be a whistle. The rounds from the machine gun slam into the target. Hansen presses down on a button on the left flight stick, sending a volley of missiles roaring away from the unit's shoulders, falling directly into the enemy, engulfing it in an explosion. Broke it off, didn't it? Yeah. Probably. It doesn't matter how powerful the machine is if the pilot's no good. What? Smoke clear staring back at you as the machine that you've seen hit by a swarm of missiles, each one individually powerful enough to destroy another armor frame. So being totally destroyed, the craft looks completely fine. You don't even see a hint of a scorch mark on its armor. What is this thing made of? Hansen snarls, pulling the trigger on the right flight stick again, this time emptying the entire magazine into the target. Well, shit indeed. On the plus side, it's no longer attacking the Gundog. So Casey is safe. As if totally indifferent to Hansen's assault, the craft turns to face you and you see an increasingly bright light begin to build in front of it, with sparks and crackles of electricity running along its nearby surfaces. Move! Don't tell me how to pilot? Inside his back at you as he navigates the Juno away from the beam that tears through the space you just occupied. Seconds after what felt like a moment of triumph, the tables have been so thoroughly turned you find yourself being slammed from side to side as Hansen executes a rapid series of maneuvers in an attempt to escape the enemy's pursuit. Huge beams of energy blast through the space around you every few seconds as the Juno dives, climbs, rolls, and bangs. I need a new one. We're keeping this ship afloat via the power of medicine. Well, it's not really medicine, it's just anti-cough bonbons, but they do help, so you know. She weaves through the hail of bullets coming from the gun dock's own defensive systems. The attacks from the enemy machine, Hansen's breathing grows faster and faster. Hansen, we can't outrun it, we're going to need to figure something out. Starts flicking rapidly back and forth from monitor to gauge and his hands twitching quickly, sending the Juno darting from place to place. Hansen doesn't seem to notice you at all. Hansen! Hansen! What? This isn't working, we need to do something. Don't tell me how to pilot. Stow it, you can't keep this up forever, we need to figure something out. You land Hansen, you get thrown into the side of the cockpit with a high-speed turn that he pulls off just as a huge flame passes overhead and entering the cockpit as its brightness fills the monitors. Come on then, man, what do you have in mind? We should use Dalton. You rack your brain trying to come up with something to stop this impervious enemy. Just watch it take a direct hit from flame-busting missiles and come away without a scratch. If that didn't harm it, then nothing else that you know will be able to stop it. Don't race as you try to come up with a solution. How do you destroy them vulnerable? That's it! What? The missiles won't take that thing down, nothing else we got is going to be able to destroy it. Great, so what, Lieutenant? You think we should just surrender now, let it destroy us? That's not what I mean. If we can't destroy it, then we need to change tactics, we need to try and disable it. He glances close to with a sneer. Clearly about to criticize your idea, but before he can respond, the attention is taken by another blast from the enemy's energy weapon, which he evades at the very last moment. Dalton's been working on a compound to seal hull breaches. Hey, maybe now, having helped Dalty Boy by doing the battery, maybe succeed. But you need another ammunition for the Juno's machine gun too. If it works, we can trap this thing. That stuff's made to set hard enough to act as a new hull. There's no way it could escape. Hands cough at you despite being in the middle of carrying out a maneuver involving suddenly braking, dropping downward through space, and letting the enemy machine fly overhead so that he can fire another volley of machine gun rounds at its underside. If it works, Lieutenant, what if it doesn't? Are you going to trust that little dork with our lives? Have you got a better idea, Ensign? That's what I thought. The engine continues to shake from the strain its engines are under, and the sudden spins and turns making it perform. You manage to lean towards the communication system and press down on a button that tells you to broadcast. Gandalf, this is Gundam 1, patch me through to Cadet Branch, whatever. And touch my controls! Shut up, Hansen, and repeat, Gandalf, this is Gundam 1, patch me through to Cadet. Madame Hange, we're just about to send Ramney out with the launch pads are damaged, so they're coming out the main hangar door. Deal with that thing for a few more minutes. Nothing more than the Junos are going to stop it, Lord, just put me through to Dalton. It's busy getting Harus AF out there, I'm in charge of this operation, Kikano, so nobody's distracting my... Lord, shut up, put me through to Dalton right now. Che. Lieutenant, we're doing our best with Haru out here, we just need a... Dalton, forget about Haru, did you manage to make you any more of your sealant ammunition? Huh? Yeah, nice to make enough for 2 whole magazines, but... Send it out, now! But Lieutenant, I've not tested now, Dalton. Yes, ma'am. Any time that you tell Vanessa to shut it is a good time, in my book. Top shudders as the armor frame breaks suddenly following a tight corner that takes it around the rear of the Gundam and out of sight of the attacker. You slam back where Sanson remains focused and unleashes a barrage of machine gun fire just as the enemy soars past you. As you recover, you glare at glance Hansen. Was that necessary? Never wisdom, Okihano. For the other craft can respond, Hansen quickly maneuvers away and you see the empty magazine eject from the Juno's machine gun. Grimes, send them out on a supply launch. Heading 0 Mark 30, full thrust. Yes sir, 0 Mark 30, launch in 4 minutes. Get it done in 2 kit. Yes sir. With everyone in pursuit, Hansen brings the Juno up to full thrust as he navigates the armor pavement with the Gundam into a location Juno has the most plain defense coverage. The pressure from the sudden acceleration pins you against your seat, but you manage to turn to look at Hansen. The moment had just given Dalton at the forefront of your mind despite everything. You watch as Hansen's eyes flick rapidly to different screens and readouts within the cockpit, Hands moving almost too fast to perceive as he feathers the flight sticks and simultaneously by the fire from the gun dock and the attacking craft. No, hold up. You go to focus on the main monitor and see the enemy machine heading straight towards you. Careful Hansen is with a feint at the last possible moment. Usually I think it probably wouldn't be a good time to distract the pilot. The Titan craft speed away into distance before stopping suddenly and turning on its axis to head back towards the gun dock. Hansen toward the Duran speed towards the front of the ship, moving to the location he instructed Dalton to send ammunition. With the main monitor now focused on the open main hangar door, you can see Dalton, just as ordered, sending a supply launch rocketing towards you. The launch is more than a large sled with a series of thrusters attached, speeds through the void towards you, and in a smooth motion, Hansen moves to meet it. He definitely manipulates the armor frame stands to grab the machine gun magazine tethered to it without needing to stop. Pulling back just in time to evade another blast from the enemy cannon, Hansen slams the flight sticks forwards, sending the armor frame tearing through space and towards the opponent. It would have worked, Quijano, but the craft cannon with Hansen can evade Hansen's machine gun to beat on it and holds down the trigger. The rounds are meeting their mark. As the shot lands, the enemy machine is engulfed in a sudden expanding mass that billows outwards from the point of impact and spreads over its surface. In seconds, the attacker is encased in a thick coating of Dalton's compound, which set as suddenly as it had expanded, leaving the craft's long appendages visibly struggling as the material restraining its properties. Let's talk not bad. It's done good work. We're not that yet. Hold on, Lieutenant. But I'm also entirely complacent in the seal and your foe was still heading right at you. Where the hell do you think you're going? Your ramming speed. Hansen yells, sending you straight towards the enemy. You're not going anywhere. Oh, never mind, we are the ramming speed. Maybe Hansen is not so bad. An impact that reverberates valiantly through the cockpit, the armor frame slams into the oncoming craft. Go to hell! Is he gonna bitch slap the fucking... Do we have fucking space now? Why am I surprised? Why am I surprised that we have space knives for the fucking mechs? I should have known that was a thing. I should have known. You watch as with a rapid sequence of button presses on the right flight stick, Hansen commands the Juno to let go of its machine gun and draw its combat knife. Whole armor frame shakes with each impact as Hansen drives the knife over and over into one of the small portions of exposed armor, filling almost the master sealant. Your world becomes a cacophony of noise as the clash of the knife on the armored surface of the enemy machine, the screams of the Juno's engines as they struggle to counteract the other craft's thrust, the various alarms and warnings roll through the cockpit. Every new mech needs a new way. 60. Down. You. Oh no, go down, you. Okay, I'm stupid. Ah, hell. Soon you're forced back into your seat by a rush of acceleration. Hansen, what's going on? You still manage to turn your head against the force of the thrust to see Hansen shunting the flight sticks back and forth and stomping on the pedals. The engines must have cut out, but the controls have gone on hours. I can't stop them. Hansen continues to struggle with the controls. Vanessa screeches at you over the radio, sounding more panicked than ever. Cruz, you're headed straight for the hangar. Change course, Cruz. I'm trying. Cruz, you're going to. Return from the O'Brien. April 23rd, calendar 214. Despite the engine Cruz gaining an advantage against the non-enemy craft that had attacked the JFS Gundam, a mechanical failure in the engines of Juno 3, putting both the unidentified machine and the armor frame crashing into the ship's hangar. I don't like that it's being told like this. Then Quijano and Ensign Cruz were both quickly extracted from the armor frame and sent to the ship's sickbay. Coming clear for duty, Lieutenant Quijano's ordered to the hangar to help secure the enemy craft. What? Must I? Can't we just strap a factor of nukes to it and just blow it to Kingdom Come? Outer Riven space. The hangar of the Avian patrol ship, JFS Gundam. Damn. Nothing's fucked up. Stretch your neck from side to side and roll your shoulders as well for the captain's judgment. Dr. Sharon had done his best for the neck injury that acquired during Hansen's less than textbook landing. The captain had insisted that her sole security officer return to duty immediately. Bastard? As a result, after a cursory once-over, the doctor had given you an anti-inflammatory injection on one side of your neck and an injection of painkillers on the other before sending you on your way. Now that's the way you do it. It'll be your neck numb and you with vague sensation that your head could become detached at any moment, but at least you were up and about. Surveying the hangar, you know you should be thankful for this miracle. Both Hansen's June and the craft it had been fighting had entered the hangar at full thrust. If Dalton hadn't thought quickly and activated every single piece of arrestor gear available, 2 machines would have torn straight through into the valley of the gun dock. Top of that, they slammed into the storage container that held the tank and keeping his experimental high density foaming. Causing it to rupture and coat the attacker in the substance and adhere it to the hangar floor. The machine stuck in place, it didn't take long for the unit's engines to burn out. It pushed against the immovable object. You can tell not to give Dalton your thanks later. Not only had the rounds loaded substance work perfectly, but saved you, Hansen, and possibly the entire ship. What this meant, though, was that the mysterious assailant, which had torn O'Brien to pieces and nearly done the same to the gun dog, was stuck, irremovably, for the time being, right in the middle of the hangar. How about we cut the ground, the floor of the hangar, jettison the fucker out into space, and then just forget that the hangar can be pressurized and pretend it never will. How about that? I think that's a good idea. I think I want to do something. Has shown no activity since it went dead just outside the gun dock. With having one of those eyes like cameras exposed doesn't leave you. Is this craft secure, Lieutenant? Oh yes, ma'am, to be honest. The Grange foam has done most of the work for us. With the amount of that stuff it's covered with, I don't see it making a move anytime soon. Even the tethers we use aren't really necessary. In back to Europa colony, it'll probably be easier to remove the entire hangar block to get to this thing rather than carve it out. Is that so? Yes, ma'am. Well, I wonder if the captain has your response to her rhetorical question to hang in the air. As far as capturing any technology goes, this could have certainly gone more smoothly. Further talk forming about how indestructible enemies with never-before-seen weapons boosting out of allied ships isn't something that you would train for a security officer would swallow it. It's been a long day and it seems to only be getting longer. Holy shit, do I know that. Must have saved your energy for something worthwhile. Regardless, you've all done good work today, Lieutenant Quijano. Cadet Grange? Oh, ma'am, yes, thank you. I don't have long at your side like an nervous shadow this entire time squeaks. Unexpected complaint taking him completely by surprise. I mean, that is, if the container hadn't been in that area, then we wouldn't have lost so much hangar space, and I'm sorry that surely but gently elbowed the cadet in his side. She's thank you, ma'am. Very good, cadet. Well then. Captain once again leaves a sentence to trail off her form. Whereas this manner of speech had previously left you disconcerted with its indication that there was something the captain was holding back, you find yourselves no longer bothered by it. Whether this was because you were used to it, or simply too tired to be perturbed was a matter you hadn't quite decided on. Dalton, on the other hand, was still clearly terrified by the concept of being in such close proximity to the captain to the point where his nervousness was palpable. If it wasn't for the result... No? No. If it wasn't for the rustling of his jumpsuit caused by his nervous fatigue, well, there was a good chance you'd be able to hear his heartbeat racing. Has the chief... yeah? Has the chief... finished my assessment of the craft, Captain? Ah! An amount of grace that surprises you, the chief, having appeared from underneath the catwalk, grabs onto the handrail and effortlessly redirects her momentum, running her feet firmly on the walkway you all stood on. Thank you, Chief Cathays. And your assessment? Hard to say, never seen anything like it. The animal structure is totally different from the humanoid construction you'd see on an AF. Whatever materials this thing is made of don't line up with what we've seen on Martian or Terran machines. And the samples of the titanium they make on Lunar don't have the kind of durability this thing showed. Based on the combat data from Cruise AF, even that have been torn apart. Plus, no indication of a traditional drive system which... Your security assessment, Chief Cathays? Stephen, as a wave of realization hits you, causing a painful twinge in your neck. As you got out of the sick bay, the captain had ordered you to secure the craft. In your current state, still running on leftover adrenaline and recently dosed up on medication, you'd follow that order to the letter, completely forgetting about assessing any potential risks. Right, yes, Captain. There's no signs to indicate that this craft is active anymore. Now is electronic activity, no readings to suggest an active reactor. Looks like the whole thing has been totally shut down. The only reading that showed anything was a boson count. It's surrounded by a massive amount of residual distortion. No idea why though. You need a whole engine to put the amount registering around it. As far as I can tell, Captain, whatever this thing might be, it's not doing anything anytime soon. I see, and the pilot? There's anyone in there, they aren't getting out. I've checked over all the visible portions of destruction. There's no trace of a cockpit, hatch, or entry panel. How strong Cadet Grange's company is, there's no way they'd be able to break through. Well, gone pretty heavy on the cyanoacrylate lights, huh, Cadet? Chief asked with a wink. Yes, ma'am, sorry, ma'am. It's a good thing, Cadet. If you hadn't, this thing might have been able to tear its way out and continue its rampage around the ship's insides. Which I can put it, Captain. I hope they got enough oxygen and emergency rations in there to last them until we get back to Europa, because we aren't getting them out. And you, Lieutenant? Follow the Chief's explanation, both spies. Can't have to pay attention to you, expectantly. Try to add something else. Well, I think that in addition to what the Chief said, that, yes, Lieutenant. You know, you try to add something to the Chief's statement, or you try to think them, or you realize just how exhausted you were, mentally and physically. You don't want the crash craft and catch a glint. Hangar light reflect of one of the eye-like countenances, totally different to anything you've seen on an armored plane. I think we can count on this thing playing by our rules. Oh? Whatever this thing is, it doesn't look like any AF I've ever seen. Doesn't behave like one either. The amount of punishment it stood up to out there. I'm not sure we had anything to do with it going offline. And if that's just the machine, I wouldn't make any assumptions about its pilot either. Get sleepy hidden hard, I'm afraid, if I want to stay long. I just fall asleep to pretty storytelling noise. No, you're in luck. Today my throat is so fucked that I am talking kinda quietly. Much more low energy than my usual. Yeah, good dogging. Alright, see, dude, thanks for coming. Made you enjoy a good sleep. Not its pilot either. You don't go back to the captain, just as she turns her attention to the machine. Can someone to move to the railings and places her hand onto them. Too little of her weight remains, and this low gravity on the support walls also drumming her fingers against them. As you watch Captain Bartholomew, you see the brief glimmer of a spark in her eyes. The slightly changed, transforming her in front of you from the consistently disinterested captain you know to a canny, analytical version of herself. Ah, we have Rear Admiral Bartholomew with us again. She don't rush to face you, pivoting on the one hand she keeps on the railing. In that case, our plan is getting this back to Europa Colony where it can be investigated properly. The less time we have this on board, the less risk it poses to us. Chief Cathis, I want those engines online now. Cadet Grange, I want Ensign Cruise Juno fully operational and combat ready. This is us to reactivate, I want to be ready for it. Tanky Han, I want you on active patrol until Ensign Cruise is out of sickbay. You, Ramney and Cruz will be carrying out patrols around the clock until we dock at Europa. No wanna. Thing has shown itself to be full of surprises. Just because we can see a way for the pilot to get out doesn't mean there isn't one. Carry the normal patrol and report back to me. I'm in my quarters writing this up. Understood? You have snapped attention and resolute in perfect synchronization. And the chronically fit Jedi Dalton maintains a perfectly still, professional countenance. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And yes, ma'am. Pretty good, dismissed. The shove against the railing, the captain launches herself towards the hangar entrance, and the three of you drop your stiff posture as soon as she's out of sight. Enough a day, huh, Lieutenant? You roll your shoulders once again, trying to get rid of the stiffness that's working its way back into your neck. You're sitting back over the day, it feels like it's been a week long with everything that has happened. I feel like you hadn't slept for that long either. You're not wrong, Chief. Look back to the enemy craft, you can't help but feel like its exposed camera lens is pointing straight at you. Swallowing nervously, you turn away. Unwavering mechanical glare fills you with a sense of dread. So what do you think? Is it really out of action? Like I told the captain, as far as I can tell, this thing isn't going anywhere soon. Still doesn't mean that I want to hang around with it glued to the inside of my hangar. Sooner we get back to Europa, the better. And to do that, I need to get the Gandok's engines and part running. Collaborate some water. Delicious water. My throat is all fucked. I'm going to head back to the engine room. We've all got jobs to do, no time to stand around chatting. We want to get our unexpected passenger back to Europa Colony. Got it? Chief? The main thruster module on Cruise Juno is completely fried. Don't bother trying to salvage it, it's going to need a wholesome replacement, understand? I mean a wholesome replacement. I am not able to read anymore. I suspect today may be a short stream. Yes, Chief. Alright then, both of you get to it. With that, the chief launches herself off a nearby railing and towards the hangar entrance. Much like you had with the captain earlier, you watch as she appears, relaxing slightly when she's out of sight. You go on your surroundings, you see that Dalton has already made his way toward Hansen Jr., leaving you alone. You go off the catwalk and begin to gently lift towards the hangar exit. Take one last look back at the hangar before you leave. The one stopover machine now sits totally still in the center of the hangar. Despite being encased in the rock-hard compounds, the misgiving you felt about how out of commission it really was were hard to ignore. You've never seen or even heard of a machine with the capabilities it had demonstrated, and although the chief had assured the captain it wasn't going anywhere, you weren't so certain. Beyond that, the thought of the pilot concerned you the most. What kind of person would take to pilot something like this? I'm pretty sure there is no person in there. I'm pretty sure that's an automated fucker. Kieran and Stan are chatting with me, you have been standing around and chatting for around 7 hours. Exactly, see? Tension lingers on it for a little longer before you turn your attention back towards the exit. Time for patrol then. No, we need to thank Dalton. Hey Dalton! The girl hangar as you show off the railings towards him, hoping that by giving the cadet as much notice as possible won't spook him. Lieutenant, how can I help, man? You say inwardly that it wasn't an armor show. You could tell he was more nervous than usual. Don't worry about cadet, he's part of the patrol, making sure to check in on everyone. How are you doing? I'm doing alright, Lieutenant, thank you. Are you sure? It's impossible for Dalton to be more apprehensive, but looking at him now, you could see something eating away at him. Sure about that, cadet? Well, from 5% and out of some amount of nerves energy to totally deflated. I don't want to be here anymore, everything's going wrong and it keeps getting worse and I have to be here alone with that thing and I'm scared, I don't want to be here anymore. You know what, that's a very understandable feeling. I don't want to be here anymore. Hey, Dalton, it's alright, don't... Taking a back, you tentatively move towards the cadet, raising your arm to lay a reassuring hand on his shoulder. Dalton bats your hand away, simultaneously wiping his eyes with his sleeve, smearing tears across his face. I'm fine, ma'am. I was just sorry. I'm just a little bit stressed out and it's been too tough, but I need to fix the... Before you can reach him, his pins prevent you kick off the Juno towards the crates on the other side of the hangar. We're grabbing this boy. He ain't going nowhere. Putting yourself with one hand, you reach out with the other, grabbing the back of his jumpsuit a second before he can get away. No, ma'am, I got to... Save for a moment against the force of his momentum, but your grip holds and you draw him back to you. Ma'am, Dalton, it's alright. Who made her cry? I must have him. Dalton is just stressed the fuck out. This poor boy, he's not doing well. And says you, no, I wouldn't. I love this little fella. He's trying his best. But nothing to stop himself. The force of you pulling out on back leaves him to slowly float into your chest. Hold up, I need to piss real bad. I drank too much water, be right back. Guess who's back? Back again. With her bullshit. That's right, it's me. Well, I need to readjust the vignette, I think. I can back down. Welcome back to a friend. Good. Anyways, I suspect I may actually have gotten a fever, because I feel really sluggish. So, I have a thermometer under my arm, and hopefully it reads no fever, because I don't want to get the flu. But everyone at work has gotten the influenza, so I think I'm just gonna catch it. No, nothing to stop himself. The force of you pulling Dalton back leaves him to slowly float into your chest. So we're going for the booba planting animetro. Gonna be okay. Dalton floats limply in silence. You keep your grip on him, but don't say anything, not wanting to push him before he's ready. Sorry about that, Lieutenant. I meant to get so worked up. It's been a really stressful day and finding it a bit tough. Move back slightly, giving yourself enough space so that you can look Dalton in the eyes. Or you would if he wasn't dejectedly avoiding eye contact. Hey, Cadet, like I said, it's alright. This job's not easy at the best of times, it's fine to be stressed out. No, but I really shouldn't be. The good thing of this is I can play with one hand, so I can have the other under the blankie. That really shouldn't be. Use your grip on his jumpsuit, laying the hand on his shoulder instead. Come on now, it's fine, you're right. It's been a really stressful day. We're all feeling the pressure right now. There's nothing wrong with admitting that. For being honest, I'd be more worried about anyone on this ship who's not feeling the strain. The chief of the captain and... Trust me, Cadet, everyone is feeling it at the moment. Coming from you to look at the strange machine amongst the mass of foam on the other side of the hangar. The training engineer sighs despondently before looking back to you, pull up and readjusting my ponytail. But how do you all deal with it? Can't help but smile at Dalton's question. I wish I could tell you. Oh. But hey, you hand from Dalton's shoulder, instead patting him reassuringly on the arm. You're doing good work. I know it's tough, but just focus on what you've got to focus on. Let's worry about the rest, okay? When all done, we can be like, alright, Yeti, have fun. Thanks for the workies. Thank you, ma'am. I'll do my best. That's all you can do, Cadet. Connor dips sigh out. Dalton turns back to the engine module. He's been preparing for a move, grabbing onto a handle sticking out of an open maintenance hatch with one hand and rubbing his teary eyes with the back of the other. I surely be. Of course, no problem. With the railing and lean forward, shifting yourself in a position where you can view as much of the machine and the surrounding mass of rock fluid foam as possible. It's like the chief said, no sense of activity, no sense of life. Your grip tightens as you remember your encounter with it. When you've not been the one piloting, Minderwell's Hansen had fought tooth and nail just to stay alive had shown you how dangerous it was, how powerful. Even for Dalton's foam runs, how much longer would Hansen have been able to hold out? It had been almost unstoppable until suddenly activated and had started to nag at you as you stared at it. Had it really been stopped, or was there something else going on? I cannot talk to the machine. Everything but units are actually in pretty good condition. Not in the burnout, I need some Hansens at least. Let's do that on triggering the arrest gear at the right time. Can you know Scott before it could get covered in the foam? Launch hatches out of action and we to get the armor frames out of hangers by opening the main door, which would depressurize the entire area. Not about a reason to use them right now. Thank God. Stack of crates, everything that Dalton could salvage after the crash. Good portion of supplies were destroyed, sucked out into space, or are stuck inside that huge mess. Two main provinces were heading straight back to Europa. With it weird out here much longer, it could become an issue. No one's actually had time to check on what we've lost. So it looks to still be working order. It's going to be tricky to use it for anything on some of the hangars now though. Okay, check what we've lost. If they were different, I'd take the chance to do an inventory and figure out what we lost and what we got left. The current situation, I've got other things to focus on. Either Zelda. How we doing? I may be Zeke. Visit the enemies in the fire control, visit the hangar. But other than that, not the worst day actually. Things were alright at work. Next to the men's hall, please. I'm in the men's hall, the aroma machine made coffee and pancakes wafts down the four-side thoroughfare and your stomach grows audibly. How hungry you are until now, with the scent of rich food in the air, your body begins to let you know in no uncertain terms that you are ravenous. As you step inside, you sense Romney leaning back lazily in their chairs, slowly picking their way through a stack of syrup-covered pancakes. Fork in one hand, cup of coffee in the other. Then acknowledge you by looking over to the doorway and raising their cup of coffee slightly before turning to their meal. As you say anything, your stomach grows loudly again. Mick appears the pilot's face briefly, but is quickly dismissed as they go to take another mouthful of pancakes. As they carry on eating, you decide to leave them to it for the time being and head into the room to take a look on the available options. Using the machine, you look over the list of menu options. Fuck. I just really don't want to get sick. On the plus side, if I do get sick, I get Kraken Shine. Which means I don't have to do the work because I have the flu. Do you have any idea how sleep deprived I am? How much I could use actually sleeping? For one single week. Even if sick. Yeah, so we leave soon again. Wanted to at least drop in. Alright, thanks for dropping in, Zelda. May the food go well. Reheated lasagna. I never actually eaten lasagna. It's like so much. I'm doing fine, don't worry. The choice was extending the machine much larger ship in the station. The problem with this was that all of the choice made it difficult to do what you wanted to eat. Apparently not going back and forth with the various menu options before narrowing down to hamburger, tacos, pancake. Hamburger. Order a hamburger from the vendor. Good achievement. Well, that is good, when it's not fun. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You press a button to select the classic hamburger, follow up by choosing some specifics. Can I make the beast burger? Pickle. Thinking about the final option, you hear the machine whir into life as it produces a cacophony of muffled noises. After a few minutes, the hatch opens and surprisingly well presented hamburgers slides out on a plate. Removing from the machine, you hit to the table and sit down away from Harrows, knowing that the lack of conversation is a choice they like you to respect. So it's almost roaring as you take your first bite. Despite having come from a machine and being made from entirely synthetic ingredients, the bun is fluffy and the meat of the burger is juicy. Harrow continue your meal together in silence. Your hunger, you wolf down your burger in the time it takes Harrow to pick their way through half a pancake. I'm a burger. Steam class. Lisa need braces. Dental plan. Lisa need braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. Lisa needs braces. Dental plan. I know it is Spanish better. Lisa necesita un aparato. Seguro dental. Lisa necesita un aparato. Seguro dental. Lisa necesita un aparato. Seguro dental. For those not in the know, excuse me. Knowing classic Simpsons moment is mandatory in this stream. That is not negotiable. We are civilized people here. There is no excuse. Okay, over then. Good, you do that. Hold up, I need something more more sickly, more appropriate for how I am feeling right now. Okay, now that. This was. Now this is a real Total War Attila moment. Yeah, no, together in silence. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Satisfied, you stand up and return the plate to the milk vendor. Feeling of contentedness spreads through you, taking the edge of your exhaustion. You look at the vending machine and consider the available snacks. The thought of a chocolate bar seems appealing as you go to take your ID card out of the pocket. You realize that you've still got a silent voice in there from earlier. Huh, what about that? Yeah, but that one is for Casey. Anyway, I'm not gonna bother Haru, and I don't particularly like them. Now, whoops. Let's check fire control. Okay, let's check if I have a fever or not. Hold on, fuck, it's 38. Now that explains why I feel like fucking dying, don't it? Don't it? Hey. Ai, vittua. Ah, whatever. It's not the first time I've streamed. I'm losing coherentness. This is fucking A. Fucking A, fellas. Fucking A. I'm gonna shit on whoever decided to come to work before they were fully over their flu. I'm gonna fucking... I know who it was. Damn it. I like that person. On the upside, if there is a major force that keeps people from going to work, gonna be the fucking flu. I'm getting paid for those working and I like it. I'm finally integrated in his Germany. You leave, goddammit. I'm not dying. I'm not fine. I'm actually kinda in pain. It's small. Oh yeah, you're gonna get the flu. Enjoy it, nerd. You contained me. You bastard, you betrayed me. Okay, stream may be ending way sooner than expected. Just not quite right now. I kinda want to see what these nuts is up to. Okay, pretty. Okay. No, look. Okay, I am. I got 38 degrees fever. Anyways, let's finish what this has to say and then I'm gonna skedaddle like a fucking dying somewhere or another. But maybe I don't finish it. I'm worsening rapidly, not gonna lie. I was already feeling quite bad after the last toilet break and now I'm like... But... in order to carry out a... Oh shit, then... that means I have to go tomorrow to the fucking doctor. The fuck do you mean the doctor is closed on Sunday? What if you need to go to the doctor on Sunday? País de pandereta. Okay, so what... I'll go Monday, fuck. No, I wanna go there. I wanna get the good shit. They have to go to a hospital?
You don't have to go to the hospital for sick leave.
I don't want sick leave. I want to get given the strong shit for the throat. It's killing me.
Well, it's all closed tomorrow. What do you want to?
Okay. Then I'll go Monday. Let's put the sickness in trash. I don't think I'll be in the trash tomorrow. Well, I will be in the trash, but in a different kind of trash. So maybe. It's a poop. She needs it. Not to have orange juice. I do have orange juice, I think. Anyway, you in order to carry out the captain, and with you being up to speed with what was going on in the hangar, that meant fire control was your next stop. No. I am very rapidly deteriorating, not gonna lie. God damn it, man. I really cannot catch a break now, can I? I'm about to fucking...
Oh my god, let's go to bed.
I'm going to bed. Shut up. Saying goodbye to the fellas. Anyway, goodbye. I'm skedaddling really quickly today. Check this shit out. Speedrunning this shit. Have a good one. Bye-bye. Try not... Cállate la puta boca. Anyways, bye. Thank you for coming, etc, etc. Good day. I'm in massive pain. It may not sound like it, but I'm in massive pain. See you on Tuesday if I'm not alive.
Watch out.